Hello? I'm so little right now because... Hey! Guess what, guys? We have a little, Hold on. Am I tracking? Hey! I have a special guest here. I am good. I have a guys, you can hear her, right? Can you hear my dear friend? A normal human woman. Can you guys hear the woman, please? 6'4". No here, liar. What? Fuck do you mean you don't hear? Oh, fuck. Wait, you're right. Oh, fuck. I mean, oh, dang it. Oh.
You got it?
Wait. Guys? Wait, what? Guys? Hold on. Hold on. I'm going back to... Guys... Wait. I think I know why, but I was scared to change it during the thing. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold the fort. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Boom! You can hear her now, right, guys? Speak, please,
Hello?
dear friend.
Hello, can you
hear her? Is she real?
Am I real?
Is her volume or levels okay also as well?
I can
If
talk like
she's
a normal
real?
one too for a little bit to make it easier for you guys to check.
Oh.
Wow, look at this. A real human woman.
A
3
real
feet tall.
human woman right here. This is what most humans look like standing next to me.
I'm next to LeBron James of VTubing, guys.
I mean, hey.
Why do you have your fish in the way?
Wait, if I laugh like this? Wait, hold on, before you leave.
Goodbye.
If I laugh like this, look at my face. Wait, look at my mouth. It like just my mouth moves, you see? I'm like unhinging my jaw to do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Goodbye
Do you see
forever.
it? No, do you see it? No!
Hi.
Guys. No
I think this
longer
makes
real.
more sense.
Oh, I wish I had a hand toggle to hold you. You farted?
What?
Look, it's like a cloud of...
That's okay. That is my. I have. That is not.
Oh man.
leaving
Okay. No. Anyway, oh, she's a little quiet. Oh. Okay.
This is
Oh,
me talking. Please
Yes?
up my volume so you can hear how funny
okay.
and cool I am.
Funny and cool. Okay, I think
Yeah.
it's good. But hi, y'all. Hey. I have a special guest with me here today. If you would like to, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Liar. I'm the Wandering Frog VTuber. I stream on Twitch and now YouTube, doing RPG and indie games when I have time because my real life job is trying to kill me.
Yeah. Oh, not yay. In fact, quite sad. But other than that, VTubers are real. They are, and I have proof. And so does Liar. Hold on, can we double check that her audio is okay? I think it should be okay. It looks like you're in the right colors.
1, 2, 3. Here's my words.
My words. I think
I did
she's
start
good.
doing what's that new Flavor Foley song, Static?
Folly song? Sing
You
it.
don't know it? Oh, it's a Miku song.
Sing it.
No.
Oh man, guys, we are so close to getting Liar
Dude.
singing. So close.
There's only one person in the world who's heard me sing, and it's her, but not today.
We'll
get
talk
to
more
that.
about that shortly. But yeah, been a little happening. Still a little quiet. Oh boy, hold on.
Let me speak!
I'm trying! Okay. Here we go. Make Liar sing. I cannot make a frog do what she doesn't want to do, but I have heard her. I think it should be good now.
Here is me speaking into the microphone at a normal volume.
That
I guess I
be
should also
good.
listen too.
I guess this is not your job. Your job is to hang out and
I'm
chill.
not funny though. I'm here. I'm being
what?
babysat right now. Look at us.
Yeah, oh, I wish I had hand toggles, man. I could hold. better?
I don't know how
Okay,
you hold me,
okay.
though. I'm a live 2D model.
That's true. They have a new update though where you can do the anyway.
Yeah, you can do live 2D models.
Dude, I need to figure out. I need to speak to my people and get that done.
They might have pre-made.
I think they do. I think I heard of that. Ah! Sorry to do liar. Sorry that I'm gonna be thank Copperhead for the 7 months. I feel bad talking about I don't know, like
It's okay.
not
I'm
muting
gonna
myself.
put
but-
on a hat.
Oh, wait, hello?
Oh.
But thank you for the 7 months. Also, thanks Alex for the gifted earlier. What the freak? Thank you. I appreciate
That
it.
didn't work.
No! Guys, Lyra's trying out the new Live 2D feature. It's not working, I don't think.
That was the time to member and pay her money while I learn how to do live 2D live on camera.
Live on camera. Liar on
10
camera.
million gifted subs, please.
No,
Later.
no. Don't provoke them. Don't provoke them. I'm scared of their power. It's a little much. It's scary. I've been surviving off gifts, so thanks everyone who gives. That you're right. That's very nice. I'm glad that a lot of people gift and give back. Anyway, guys, big news. Lyra and I.
We're pregnant.
Yay! You heard it here first, folks. This is our child, Fish Wellington. That's why we were gone at the same time for something. It was the birth of Fish Wellington. Thanks, John, for the 10. Shitfish, do not misname our child like that.
Why would you call
How
a fish
could
that?
you?
Why would you call anyone that?
I didn't do that. Someone else did that. That wasn't me.
I think you guys need to be nicer, actually.
I think you guys do have to be nicer to our child. But thanks to John for the gifted.
We're never gonna get on topic.
I know we're not. Okay. Good bit. Why are we here? Fusion said, "Cut to the chase." So hi, Fish. Lyra and I went on a bit of a trip. I can. Oh, look at her nodding. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We went on a little trip. I swam out from the ocean. I had to put a little fish tank or fish helmet thing on my head to breathe. Lyra came from a pond over yonder.
I just walked.
Oh, she just walked. But we went on a little trip powered by the power of anime and VTubers
And friendship.
and
money.
this child and money
And money.
and this child that you now see. May focus. Okay, yes, you're right. And we went to an expo specifically, or not expo. Is it an expo? Does it count as an expo? A convention. What's the difference between a convention and an expo?
Expos I think are meant more for like revealing news and stuff. Conventions more about like not fandom, because you can have like, I've been to work conferences before. I think that's more about like what's the difference? I'm going to google.com.
Nice. In the meantime, hi Player2.
Hello,
Thanks
sister.
for the follow. Oh, for those of you who don't know, this is Liar's Player2.
Yeah, she made this model. If you
She
want to become
made
a live
this
TV model.
model. It looks so cute and I love it. But yeah, Blizzard says congrats. Thanks, I guess. On our child.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't get that bit going too long. we're gonna shake the nations.
Oh, you're tracking.
Guys. Oh, my tracking. Oopsie daisy. Sometimes I forget that if I open a different app on my phone, it'll stop the tracking.
Oh, yeah?
I mean on
On your camera.
on my camera.
That was an audible gulp. That's crazy.
I've been practicing my audible gulps. Did y'all hear that? Isn't
I
that
don't
good?
Hear that again. No, I don't. It's so good. I don't want to hear it
You
again.
want a third time? You're saying?
I'm good.
Gulp.
That's better.
All right. I'm just too good at my sounds. I'm just too good at controlling my sounds.
You have great vocal control.
Thank you. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I hope Liar, how are you? How are you doing? We did not check in.
I slept for 2 hours at work today, so I'm doing pretty good.
Let's go. Sleeping on company time. Let's go. Everyone, let's go.
Boss makes $1. I make a
Let's
dime.
go. Boss makes $1. I make a me.
So I honk shoe on company time.
So I honk shoe on company time, as you should.
Did you actually say where exactly we went, or we just
No. Okay, guys, we went. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted. We went to Anime Boston. Because it happened to line up at a time that we were both pretty good to travel.
Memorial Day weekend.
Because I don't really know what people do on Memorial Day weekend, but I wasn't really doing anything. I guess I was not either. And we were like, hey, wait, we want to see if the VTubers are real theory is correct, and so we wanted to test that out.
They kind of are.
They kind of are a little bit. We'll share our findings soon. But yeah, I had to work that weekend. Oh darn. Bruh, Hacker said liar equal cute, mate equal hag. Bruh! What
Finally,
the freak?
someone thinks I'm cute.
What the freak? I think you're cute. Mwah. Hello there. Hello. I didn't sleep at all. Sleep on company time like liar does. Take that advice. Take the advice. But yeah. Were there VTubers at that con? Yeah, there were kind of. It wasn't really like as VTuber focused, I would say. It's my first and only convention, so I don't have too much to compare it to, but from what I know, it wasn't like the biggest thing ever, but it was. I don't know. What would you say, Liar? Because you've been.
So I've been to a couple cons. I've been to both like professional ones, and I've been to like fan ones. In particular, a long time ago, I went to Dragon Con, which is like I think the biggest one on the East Coast.
Dragon D's.
That one was scary.
Dragon D.
Yeah, you want to finish that thought?
Dragging these
nice people over to our stream at Maybre.
Yes.
Twitch.tv and youtube.com. Anyway.
Thanks for finishing my sentence. Okay, yes.
It's probably the either the second or third biggest con I've been to for Anime Boston. It was inside a big mall in Boston. I think it's called Prudential Center.
Yeah.
There's like 3 whole buildings that they took up with it. Not just so like there was the mall, and then it had like 3 other buildings that they were doing things in.
Yeah, I got really lost, so that was awesome. As we have come to find, I'm not very good with directions and timing things right, so that was a bit of a shame. And also, how do I keep this within? What's it called? K-fit? What's the thing? Where it's like yeah. How do I keep this? I swam over to the land of what is Boston known for? Yes, and I have some fellow manta ray friends who I know of outside of this world. What? I knew people in Boston, so I had I was staying with some friends just to save on monies and accommodations. And yeah, so that's why I had to kind of find my way. Liar and I had to find our way to each other, and I would get a little lost with time and transport, but yeah, it was a big area. It was a big area.
And Boston transportation can be kind of confusing at first.
It was very interesting. There were some happenings. Oh, we have some
we can
photos.
Talk about the bus when we show them.
Yes. We have some photos for y'all. And I didn't take a photo of this, but I'm gonna mention it. There was a dude with a hat on that said horse, and it was a photo of a horse. And I thought it was pretty awesome. I didn't get a photo, but Just thought I'd share.
That was definitely when we were split up. I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
it was awesome. And if we were not split up, then I would have told you. So that
we
that definitely makes sense. Wait, wait. I'm gonna write a little. I'm gonna write a little blurb.
Anyone else in the chat been to a con before while she's tippy tapping? What cons have you been to? If you don't mind telling.
Tell us now.
Write in the comments down below.
Right down below, guys. But actually, yeah, it was cool. I definitely want to go to more cons if possible. And yeah, it was so fun. Is this a spoiler? I did get COVID right after. So that happened. That happened. And it was bad.
I did not get COVID.
Yeah, so we're like, what the freak?
We were around each other a lot.
A lot. And eating food too. I was like, oh. Yeah. So
we were in very close contact for a very long time.
Yes. So I guess your immune system is just better.
I do wonder if I had a shot when I went to Japan. So I wonder if maybe that had like late lasting effects or something.
Yeah, maybe, because I remember Lyra messaged because I was like, Lyra, I got COVID, and she was like, uh-oh, and then she was like, when's the last time you got a shot? And I said, oh.
Oop.
So it could have been that. But yeah.
It was a self-fulfilling prophecy too, because I remember this will show up later at a different time, but you very specifically said, I don't want to get sick. I'm very scared of getting sick of con crud.
I remember one time we were in line for something and I went up, like on day 1. And then Lyra was like, stop pretending you're sick. If you're sick, it wouldn't have happened yet. I'm like, I know, but now I feel sick because I'm thinking about being sick.
Self-fulfilling.
So maybe being sick is actually just a mentality.
Well,
because you
also mentioned when we went to Japan together, she also got sick. I think a lot of people on that trip got sick. I did not.
Dude, maybe you're just built different.
Well, then I went to Vienna by myself and I was bedridden for a day in a hostel, so.
Maybe you're like, you know how if in a group there's always that one person who gets all the mosquito bites?
That's me.
Maybe no, maybe it's not you in the sickness case, because when you're with people, everyone else gets sick. But when you're alone, the mosquitoes of sickness are like, well, there's no one else to latch onto.
So everyone's sick of me.
Literally. No! What the freak? I know I just peeked my mic, I think. No! What the flip?
It's okay, I understand my place in this world. I am a...
No!
Frogs are considered pests, I think.
No. Wait, look, you're holding Fist Wellington. You're holding our child.
Doll.
We were, yeah, I was thinking that. What's it called?
Matroshka.
Matroshka. Yeah. Megan COVID
like
this 2025. Oh, yeah. Dude, I know. Getting COVID in 2025 is sickly. I told my friends too, I was like, guys, is there something going around? And my friends who are from Boston were like, I don't think so. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
To be fair, we were around a lot of people.
That is true. Someone.
I didn't take a lot of photos of people because as a VTuber, I did not want to be taken photos of either, right? But the crowds were large.
Yes.
Especially, I might have a photo of this in the artist alley section, but I have a photo of like a booth and there's people all over it. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. But speaking of photos, we have a little something, so we're not just talking and we have proof.
Special presentation,
because what if we're lying about this? Maybe it never happened.
Wouldn't that be crazy if we're just
that
like,
would be
we definitely
insane.
went to Anime Boston.
We find images of it on the internet. We're like, yes, this was us. Yes.
We actually went to California.
We actually went to the moon.
Off Kai before Off Kai even happened, guys.
Yes, we are on Kai.
I want to go to Off Kai so bad.
Me too. Okay, guys. Presentation time?
Yay!
Does that mean May's a super spreader?
Lie.
It's in Liar's name.
No, I'm an instrument.
That is
Me
true.
also open the slides on my end, so I know.
Okay. Also, look at this freaking sparkly animation up top. Do y'all see that? I did that way a long time ago, and I forgot it was here on this slide. Doesn't that look cool? Like, why is that? I don't know how I did that, but I did it.
My photo looks so aesthetic now.
I know, it's like, mad angelic.
So I'll explain my photos.
Okay,
a lot of these photos are mine because I was a freak and I wanted to take a lot of photos.
Yeah, I really didn't for some reason, especially during travel, because when I travel, I need to lock in or I will get lost. So a lot of these photos are from Liar, so thank you, Liar.
The other thing is I had photos of the airplane and stuff, but then I remembered that there are freaks on the internet who can figure out what flight you were on based on like the exact like wing of the model and like the location. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe no plane photos. I definitely walked the whole way.
Yes, swam. I swam the whole way.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to explain your?
Yes. Hi.
Yes.
I'm Liar. I'm the Wandering Frog VTuber. I was on a plane, or I walked.
I
was tired of walking, so somehow I ended up at the Boston airport, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna catch a bus ride. Little did I know at the time, you can also take the train from the airport to like actual downtown. This will come in handy later.
Yes.
But instead I waited for the bus in the pouring rain like an idiot with my backpack, which was getting soaking wet. And this is the first sight that greeted me when I entered Boston.
Wow.
Does this not look lovely and so much fun to be in, guys?
So it ended up raining and pouring a biblical amount the day that we got there.
To the point there was like a coastal flood warning.
Yeah, my phone was like bling 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 bling.
Yeah,
be careful.
It's like don't go to the beach. I did actually think it might flood in some parts of the area when I got there, just because of like how much was happening. Apparently Boston does know how to do like flood water though, or rainwater management. I guess that makes sense. It's old.
Old.
This was my first experience with like Boston drivers, because I've been to New York, right? And New York is supposed to be like the bad place. I've been to Atlanta, obviously, because Dragon Con. I've been to like the bad driving places. Boston, I think I was the most scared.
Yeah, here's the thing, because I famously don't know how to drive. And hold on, my Ethernet cord was getting weird, so I could have just disconnected then, but I didn't. I don't know how to drive, and even I could tell that I was like, I don't think this is normal activities. But that goes to show that it was a little wicked. It was a little evil.
I would see people like do U-turns on like not even like an intersection. They would just do it in the middle of a road. I saw one FedEx driver like slam into those little like bike protector lane things. He just slammed into it. I guess that's the point, because it got back up. But I was mildly concerned every time I had to get close to a road. I love the trains, by the way. Trains are really nice. There's no cars.
No car, just train.
And there's this bus driver who we had to merge lanes twice. Each time he merged lanes, he sped up rapidly next to a big truck. This was the same big truck. And I think we nearly crashed into the truck, and that would have been a great start to Boston. We did not.
I remember Lara was texting me. I was like, what the freak? She's like, I was like, please hold on.
I was standing at the front too, because I was like reliving like, oh, I love when I used to ride buses because it was so pleasant, and I liked standing while the bus was moving and looking out the big window. And then I saw us nearly crash into a semi truck, and I was like, maybe this was a bad idea.
It's like, maybe I just shouldn't look, because then if it happens, it happens.
That would have been preferable, I think.
And then,
but then you get to the next slide.
And then we get to the next slide.
I think this is your favorite photo.
This photo made me laugh so hard. Because Liar got to Boston before I did. And so I was like, okay, like maybe she'll kind of lead the way and I could just follow her footsteps on how she got to the city from the airport. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, so like, what do you want? Like, where are you now? Like, where, like, maybe I could check the maps or whatever. She sends me this. What is this? Where are you?
I don't know. He was speeding down here too. Like those speed lines are real. In this narrow little lane. This is like just big enough for a bus, and he's speeding. I was so worried. And it went for like several minutes. It's not like a tiny little like moment. It was forever. I didn't know Boston had underground like this for buses.
It was crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I remember. And then she posted it on Twitter too. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the funniest thing I've seen in my life. Like, imagine if you're like a little, like, imagine if, oh my God, I don't know. It looks like something that would be in like a Disney like roller coaster or something. Like, you know the one where you go into the mines and it's like you're in the mines. It looks like that. It's crazy.
I did eventually lead to a train station. So I was able to get out that way. But
you were able to survive the back rooms that way.
It also ended up being way farther away than if I had just taken the train. So I learned my lesson. You learned
for me.
Yeah. If you go to Boston and you go to the airport, just take the train. Don't take the bus.
Life hack. Yeah.
Plus, I think the trains probably aren't as busy as the bus felt, or at least they run more often. Because airport. And you're not in traffic.
No. That's why I love trains. Whenever I'm in a city with trains, I'm like, whoa. I wish the whole world was like that.
Living in a society where they liked public transportation.
Society if trains were always.
Maybe we shouldn't say that when this is the photo.
That's true. Maybe.
Next photo.
Next one. Oh. Ta-da! Wow.
Wow, trains. I love trains. They're so cool. We should all love trains. Look at how pretty this train is.
Wow. It actually is quite like cute. Because I've been on a lot of trains in a lot of different places. I feel like these weren't the fastest. I mean, I guess it's, I don't know. Like I've been on really quick, really fast trains. Like maybe not in America. So I guess, I don't know. But they were cute. They looked old, which makes sense because the city.
I like that though. Yeah, I kind of like them more than the trains I saw in Japan, to be honest. It reminded me a lot of Vienna, I think was the closest example. I miss Vienna, even though I got sick.
Vienna waits for you. Okay, next slide?
Yeah.
Okay, boom. Oh.
I forget what slide I put next, to be honest.
The boat things.
Watch it, like, here's doxing my location. Oh, right.
Is the boat thingies.
Yeah. So
boats
they have
on wheels.
Duck boats? I think these are called duck boats. They are boats that drive and they also go in the water, if I remember correctly.
I want to go on one so badly, but apparently it's like really expensive. So I was like, okay, maybe we don't do that.
I saw this because I had to figure out what to do while I was waiting for May. Because I also couldn't get in the place where I was staying. I had a late check-in time, so I also did not have anything to do. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the Museum of Science. Neat. I love museum.
Let's go. I felt super bad. I felt super bad because my schedule made it weird and I couldn't really come until a little later. So I was like, oh no, this lady is just walking around solo bolo, but it's okay. You lived.
Yeah, I tried my best. It was kind of expensive, but I think it was worth it, except for the fact, can you quickly go to the next slide really quickly and then come back to this?
Yes. This one?
I have to wait for the... Yes.
Yes.
Those are all children.
Right.
Because apparently there was a field trip to the Museum of Science that day.
Yay!
And it was like the whole school. And you could tell that it was a big school because the children were everywhere. They were screaming and loud and they were like being very rude and disrespectful. And I was very sad for the state of the children of the society.
No!
But the museum was neat. Like, look at that view in the slide on the previous slide.
Wow.
Wow,
water.
Right? Water. It was pretty, despite the rain. Like, I like water.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine that, amphibian.
It was really cool.
Was really pretty, though.
It got prettier once the weather got, not as evil. Because the first day, I wasn't there for all of it, but, rain, a little wicked. But, yeah. Okay, you want to keep going for your foot?
All right, I'll try and speed run it to where we get to you.
No, it's okay.
Here's my foot reveal.
Foot reveal.
They had a little thing where you take off your shoes and you walk and it tells you what your arch is. Guys, I'm normal.
Normal arch.
I hope you know that.
Let's go. Neutral. Wait,
I don't know
no.
what this means, but
You were here? Oh yeah, you're like right
I'm the
down the
24.
middle.
Yeah, I'm almost perfect.
Almost perfect.
So write that down,
Wow,
guys.
write that down, guys. Guys, whenever people do fan art, remember to consider make sure her arch is neutral, and at that specifically 0.24 whatever unit. What unit is that in even?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a degree thing. I don't know. Now we can find liar base. Good luck.
Uh-oh. Okay, and then this.
Next.
We're here.
Oh, also, I totally forgot about this until I went to the museum. Boston Dynamics is in fact located in Boston. So I got to see an exhibit about
the dog.
Yeah, I do have a video of the dog. Unfortunately, videos weren't working for us, so
yeah,
it's all photos. I'm sorry. I'm go man. But it was cool to see. They had like this one, which is about like their most humanoid, I think, or at least it was their most humanoid. They had one with like fancy arms. They had the dog. It was kind of neat to see. And then there was a whole section about AI, and I was like, But I guess it's science, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's kind of neat, I guess.
We have Boston Dynamics in Boston. Who would have known? That's the thing. Like, I remember Liar sent me a photo of the dog, the Boston Dynamics dog. And I was like, what? I was really jealous, and we're both like, oh, right. That would make sense, huh?
Yeah.
That would make sense.
I mean, New York used to be New Amsterdam, which is based on York and Amsterdam in the Europe. Those aren't in Europe.
Oh yeah. Five head. Huh. Okay, and then this was cool.
I have to wait for this stream to catch up. Oh yeah. So there's a couple different sections. They had like a more natural side and a more like sciencey side. This exhibit was dedicated to Arctic research. Polar, that's the word I was looking for.
Polar.
Yeah, so Arctic research and the different like things they do in the Arctic to like study the ice and stuff. It was really cool. This is an actual ice block that they did have. I thought it was just a prop, but if you actually touched it, it was just straight up ice in your hands. I don't think the handprints are like actually real. I think they like imprinted those.
That would make sense.
I put my little froggy hand up. I was like, wow.
Wow. Like this. I can't draw you in green because I'm using a green screen to capture this, but this is Liar, everyone. As a frog. You see?
I can tell you're an artist.
Thanks. Okay.
I look like a little like plant sprite thing, the way you drew me.
Isn't that indicative of
dinosaur? That's it.
That not
I have no
real?
notes on this one.
Dinosaur! Just awesome.
They had a lot of like animal what are they called? Structure. They had real animals and they had fake animals. This is a real one. This was a beautiful snake. It was so active.
Wow.
I wish I could show you guys the video. It was like climbing everywhere. It wanted something. Or maybe it was just bored. But he was so cute. It wanted you. He really, I mean, maybe. I think he probably would have been really friendly if I got to hold him.
Huh.
I love snakes.
My heart. I was really jealous because I love snakes too. And I was like, dang it.
Handshake emoji.
Handshake emoji.
Well, I guess to be fair, he could have really wanted me because I am a frog.
That is true.
Maybe that's why he loved me.
Maybe that is why. But still, despite everything,
Where's the caveman? Well, I'm so glad we're out here and he's in there, and that we're out here.
And we're out.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
That's all right. This was so cool. I was so jealous. You got to see everything that I love.
Oh yeah. They had like a gemstone exhibit too. I didn't take photos of everything, but they had a lot of gems. Like quartz and opals and like all these other gems. You had like little shelves you could open to see. It was really cool.
I don't really have a lot of notes on this one.
It's pretty. I think so, yeah. It was also huge. Like,
that's a big one.
I'm like, well, I made the joke that I was like 3 feet tall. I think it was like 2.5 feet, maybe 3.
Wow.
It was big.
Almost one full liar.
Yeah?
That's crazy. Dude, this You'll see it in a second. You'll see it.
This was my favorite thing I saw in the entire museum. The $30-something I spent was all for this. This is the saddest mannequin I've ever seen in my life.
So sad.
What happened?
What happened? He learned that he got taxidermied.
Fine. I don't know why. Like, I've never seen a tiger in real life make this face. Not that I've seen a lot of tigers in real life.
Yeah, maybe we just haven't stumbled upon the famous sad tiger.
I guess I would be sad too if all of my races or species were going extinct. So maybe I get it.
And then I turned into a taxidermied tiger.
Yeah, that'd be kind of rough.
Tiger saw VTubers.
TBH.
No, if he saw VTubers, he'd be like this. Wait, he'd be like this.
You cannot tell with the lighting.
Look. He'd be happy. Yeah. Like this. Oh!
I think that's worse.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna move on.
That's a lot worse. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, guys.
Wow, train station.
Wow.
Look at how it's still raining. It doesn't look like it's raining, but it's still raining.
The rain was nonstop.
My feet were soaked by this point.
I think I brought rain boots, which was good because I saw on the forecast a bit before. I was like, oh, rain. But I don't think Lyra was able to, which was unfortunate.
I only own one pair of shoes because I am a frog.
Mm.
So I only brought one pair, and it did not work well.
How unfortunate that tiger be immortalized as a sad boy. I know. What if he was a really happy tiger in his life, and then he's like, bruh, this is not me. You know what I've always thought? Sorry, I'm sidetracking.
No, you're good.
Imagine, have you know when they make these scenes out of like taxidermied like animals, like they make a fighting scene or like a familial scene where they're all hanging out. Imagine how pissed you'd be if you're like, okay, I'm dead now, boo-hoo. And then you look down and you're like, oh, again, you taxidermied, uh-oh, and you go, well, at least my legacy will be there, you know, maybe I'll be with some of my buddies. And imagine if you get put into a position where you're like hugging someone. Like you're hugging another tiger, a fellow tiger, and you're like, are you kidding me? I fucking hate that tiger. We have so much beef, and now we're hugging forever? I thought about that a lot. I was like, what if they actually don't like each other? You know?
I thought about, like, what if, like, our this is gonna get metaphysical for a moment, but, like, what if when we die, like, we don't really, like, leave our, like, bodies until after our organs, like, decay or whatever?
Uh-oh.
So I guess in a taxidermy situation, your organs aren't in the body anymore.
That's true. So I guess you're good.
Yeah, but if your brain is somehow still in there, that's gonna be rough.
That would be rough. When I was like a little May, when I was younger, I really wanted to get into taxidermy. And then my mom said no. So, just thought I'd share with the class.
I mean, I guess it's normal.
Right. It's cool because I'm like,
I think kids get into like kind of more morbid concepts and then they get bullied out of it. So I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that's normal.
Anywho.
Yeah, next slide.
More train.
Yeah, more train. I just like trains.
Cool trains. And then
oh. Yeah. We totally skipped this part, but we went to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah. Wait, no. I think I put a photo. Did I?
Did you?
Oh, maybe I didn't.
I don't know if you did because I only know of one photo and that had other stuff in it.
Oh yes. No, I took a photo of my salad.
Oh.
Dang it! I don't think it's in there. Oh man, but we had Cheesecake Factory and I've never had it before and it was okay.
Cheesecake Factory.
It was actually not bad. It was yummy. We got meatballs. No. We got mac and cheese balls. And they were in, it was like a sauce. And then they were like this. And they were quite
in a red sauce.
In a red sauce. And it was quite yummy. But yeah. Anyway, all that to say, da-na-na-na, directory.
And then we made it, I took a nice, lovely photo for you guys to see what we went through on a given day.
Wow.
This is 3 full floors of just one building. There was another building that had other things going on, and also was the actual hotel.
Yes.
Neither of us got to stay in the hotel.
No.
But
that might have been for the best, I feel. Really? I feel like... I guess I feel like... maybe not. Well, I heard someone pulled the fire alarm or something, so that would have been annoying, but...
Based on what I understood at the opening ceremonies, people kept making a joke about something happening at 4 a.m. I think the alarm went off. But there were so many events that happened late at night that I wanted to go to. Me specifically.
Yeah.
There was like a Yoko Taro thing. There was like a Junji, like a horror thing that I really wanted to do. But most of the things that happened late at night would have been hard for me to get home.
A lot of the cool things happened at night, and by night we mean like 11 p.m.
Yeah, there was some stuff that ran to like 2 a.m.
It's crazy. It was crazy. No, thank you. And I thought I could do it. I thought my stamina could be good, but dude, Liar built different. I was struggling so much just walking. I don't know what it was. Like, oh my god. Oh, yes. I was swimming. I don't know.
She's a little Ariel. She's not used to walking around.
I'm not used to flopping around. Yeah, I had to flip flop everywhere. It was rough. But
I'm used to walking. I think the cons I've been to in the past helped a lot. Although once again, the shoes, I own one pair. They're old. I need a new pair. Didn't
have the best sole support. What would you like to say about this one?
Oh, right. So when you go to a con, you're not supposed to take photos of people without asking. However, I went up the escalator. Okay, well, I wouldn't draw that. Anyway, I just thought this was really funny. It didn't show anyone's faces. I hid the one child because children. I just thought this was funny. Imagine going up an escalator or opening like a door and you see this. That's it. That's my notes.
It looks like he's in timeout.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man.
This was a really cool one. I actually saw him a couple times throughout the con. When he turns around, it's just another Pikachu inside.
Oh, wait, yeah. I remember. It's Bulbasaur. My favorite.
This is opening ceremonies. I had more videos than photos, so this one won't really make sense. This is just like, here's all our special guests for the con. Here's Jill Harris. I believe it's Jill Harris. She's really cool. If you don't know, Jill Harris is the voice actor for Fern and Frieren, and also Suletta and Gundam. I've never watched either, but I fell in love with her in like 5 seconds. She was so cute.
She's powerful. Oh.
But they had like a lot of voice actor guests, and they talked about the different like. I wish I'd pay more attention. Some of the actors actually had like their own like booths they were running, which I think would have been fun. Like, I think Juliet Simmons had a booth, and I'm gonna be really upset I missed that, but we'll get to that. This is a guy from Samurai Champloo. I don't remember which one he is, but he's also like a big like guy. Like he's been in the industry forever. I don't know his name though. Cosplay. Isn't her cosplay so good? They had a lot of cosplay events too. I don't really get into cosplay that much. That personally, for me, of the set of us.
I suddenly was like, because this is my first con, right? I suddenly, dude, I remember, I think within our first like hour, I was like, Liar, I want to do this. How do I do this thing that people call it cosplay? This is so cool.
I think it happened on day 0, actually.
I think it did. Oh, you're right.
Because before the con, people were already doing cosplay. We went to the mall beforehand because that's where the Cheesecake Factory is. There was cosplay everywhere. May in particular saw one cosplay of a man.
Guys, you won't believe it. I saw the Peter Griffin, and that you know when people are like, what got you into, you know, whatever hobby you have or whatever, you're like, oh, you know, my grandpa did it or something. For me, what got me into, if I ever actually do cosplay, that one Peter Griffin, I owe you one. Because it was, that dude. It was really him.
He was him.
It was him. It was Peta. It was so awesome. You saw that guy? Wait, there's like actual guy, like a known Peter Griffin.
I mean, I feel like
We
it's
saw
called
multiple.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, we saw multiple Pitas. I don't know which Pita that was, but yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, we saw him.
We saw him. Yes.
But there also was a lot of fan meetups too for like cosplay photo shoots. We went to a couple. I think the art is really neat. It's just not something I personally would get into, but I like looking, you know? I'm a window shopper.
Wait, real quick. Thank you, Hackfish, for the 2. Yay! But thank you so much. Thanks. Happy to explore your first con. I know. I really want to again. I will say though, Artist Alley. Oh boy, that is very dangerous. I don't know how you guys do it and not spend $1 million because I think I did pretty good given my first con. I think I was just scared that I would spend too much. Thank you, Parsa, the final. Thank you. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, we were very careful with our money spending.
Yes. Yes. Very.
Okay.
Very.
Here's some of the booths I went to. I didn't take photos of all the places. But I was like, you know what? VTubers and idols, they're pretty close. I want to learn how to idol dance. I didn't, in fact, not learn how to idol dance. Sorry, guys. You're not going to see a dancing frog anytime soon.
Who knows, though?
This was
Maybe
more
I'll
about,
bribe
like,
her.
How much do you think it would cost?
Should that be a goal?
How much do you think it would cost?
1 bit.
Do you think I'm that cheap?
No, I think I'm that convincing.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
This is just one of their sides. I didn't realize how big the community was for like idols in Boston, but I just wanted to show this really quickly, if in case someone was like, "Oh, I'm in Boston for some reason. I want to go see idols." Apparently, idols are actually a lot bigger in the U.S. than I realized, because another con I went to also had some idol stuff.
I think that's really great. I think that's awesome.
They're definitely taking over cons. I think there's a portion of people who don't like this happening because they want more like the anime and like the fandom stuff, and idols are not quite that, if that makes sense. It was kind of an interesting discussion.
Interesting.
It didn't happen at this con, but it was another one, like how idols are sort of getting more popular. The same thing happens with VTubers too. Like I know a lot of cons are like, or people who go to cons, old guys who go to cons are like, I hate VTubers. They're ruining everything. They take up the artist alley, right?
Yeah, I kept forgetting that people, you know, it wasn't as everyone doing it. Like I remember one time we were looking at one of the artist alley booths, and I think someone walked by and they were like, "Oh, this is all just VTuber stuff," and I went, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Oh, I forgot." But yeah, I was like, "Oh my."
Next slide.
Wait.
I did kind of think more VTubers would be there, but that's the whole thing. I wrote this. There was like a board you could sign. I was like, okay, I need to sign it in green and I need to hide it in a corner. So I wrote that. I don't think anyone found me because
that is so there faint. Somewhere. I know. I think we went to the board and I couldn't even see it. It's
Oopsie. I think it's funnier that way.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Okay, next.
I think it's okay if someone doesn't like VTuber stuff. I understand why. I'm just responding to someone in the chat. I understand the people being concerned that it's taking over conventions, because I think for a lot of people it's a variety of interests that is what makes it special for them. And the more VTubers kind of take over, the more it's not about like fandom, if that makes sense. But also VTubers are literally funding these cons at this point, so
yeah, it's a big and also I think it totally makes sense, because they are the only thing that is connecting them is that most VTubers are into anime, and then also that they are usually anime girls. But in general, the actual mediums, it kind of makes sense, because like anime is shows and movies and media, whereas we're just a medium for streaming, so it makes sense. But I don't know. I think we could coexist. You know what I mean?
Watch me write that? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I'm too tiny.
Too tiny.
Oh, this one. It was Samurai Champloo's 20th anniversary. And I don't. Have you watched Samurai Champloo? Do we have any Samurai Champloo heads?
Anyone?
I have like a list of shows that I
know.
really want you to watch, like on a watch along.
Oh my god,
That'd be
please.
kind of cool to watch.
Please.
And I feel like if I asked you to watch all these shows, whoa.
Oh, come back! I just want to go up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, yes.
I have a whole list.
Ah.
I think if I made you watch them all, though, you'd never do anything else.
Yeah, dude. That's my big. Okay, here's the thing about me is, okay, when it comes to non-anime movies, TV shows, when it comes to actual anime movies, TV shows, I don't know shit. Someone goes, you know this voice actor? No. You know this actor? No. You know this? No. I don't know shit. And it's because whenever I get into any sort of media, it takes over my entire life. So I'm like, I can't. Like I literally, for my own safety, I can't. But every so often would it hurt, you know? More watch-alongs. Yeah. I can't. I'm doing JoJo's watch-alongs, and they're very fun. But
The person who has Samurai Champloo in the back burner, please watch it, please. It's please. It's so good. It's so
Okay,
good. The ending's not
will
good, but it's
do.
not about the ending.
Shisha knows Breaking Bad. Oh, I love Breaking Bad. That's the thing, dude. Like, when I was watching Breaking Bad, I was like, dude, I'm literally every single. Actually, no, I don't want to be like those characters. I was like, but I was like, I'm literally in this universe. I'm like, I feel like I got isekai'd.
And
I'm
what is it called?
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
I don't think you want to be like Heisenberg, but I was like, dude, I am literally here. And I get a little delusional, so I should not do that. I shouldn't do that.
Him.
I'm like, dude, literally, who's the most relatable in that show? No one really, actually.
I've never watched it. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't like flesh.
Okay, moving on. Also, thank you, Asian 87 for the follow earlier. Oh, also, thank you, Meliujin. There we go for the follow. Okay, moving on. This is when I got here. Woohoo! I came kind of late. I feel really bad, but I got here.
So we immediately went to dealer's room, which is where all like the big companies are.
Yeah, I was like, I want to buy things. I want to buy, buy, and I wanted to buy.
This was the drug dealer room, to be honest.
Yes, hence the name. And then there was a Genshin thingy going on. And
I don't know what the exact collab was.
I think it was just Genshin X being there. You know?
No, but there was like a specific. You had to like.
Oh yeah, there was a thing. Wait, let me look at it right now.
I don't want to say too many details in case you don't want to like.
Nah, it was you green. You're green. I'm not. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. But yeah, there was a Genshin thing. My favorite character of all time always in Genshin is Hu Tao, and it always will be Hu Tao, and they had nothing of Hu Tao. They have one little tiny badge, but I think it was like a raffle, and I was like, fuck! But it's okay.
I specifically took these photos because my art mama likes Xiao. They are a Xiao main.
Xiao.
They have everything. They have like the almost perfect build. It's kind of scary. But I always think of them whenever I see this. And if you go to the next one.
Next one.
Look at the Aranava.
So cute.
He's been shrink wrapped.
He's been shrunk wrapped. He cannot breathe. Help.
I don't really do Genshin anymore, but like there was a moment where I kind of wanted him. He's kind of me coded in a way.
You know, I see it.
Similar.
I see it. It's same vibe.
Like Koroks too.
Yeah. There's something that will show at some point in the future. There was this raffle thing where you could spin a wheel, a digital wheel, not a real wheel, so they could have rigged it. I think it was rigged, except it wasn't because someone won in front of me. But you could win like little prizes. Should I talk about this now, or do you want to do it during the?
You can talk about whatever.
Okay, that's true. Hello, I am under the plastic. Please help. Yeah, I was. It was like a spin to win kind of thing, and it's like if you follow this. The thing on Twitter, like you get one spin, you know, and it was max 3 spins, I think. So I went and I was like, this is easy, and I clicked it, lost. I was like, dang it! And then I was like, okay, I'll follow you on this other thing, and then I followed it, and then I did it again, and then I lost. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, okay, third time's the charm. And I kind of made a show out of it. I was kind of like jumping around. I was like, and then I was like, boom. And then I did it again. And then I lost. But the guy who was manning the booth felt bad for me maybe. And he was like, you know what? Here you go. And I went, he gave me the prize anyway. Boom! So I fired, missed, and then landed.
Yep. I will say, I have a recording of it. I watched in real time as the game was rigged. I think you looked away for the last one too. The first 2 times you rolled and like instantly landed on like the lose. The third time it slow rolled.
Ooh.
So I was like, I see.
See, the trick is be annoying and jump around.
Yeah,
so
basically.
Whoever is manning the booth is like, I'll give her one, and I got it.
I think you have a photo of it later.
Yeah, I do. So you'll see that later. But next slide, maybe next. Boom.
I don't even know what the next slide is.
Is the earbuds? Yeah.
They have these. This is called AVR. They had a collab with HoloLive. Sorry, I didn't take a picture of the VTubers for you guys.
It's okay.
I took a picture of the free one. We win one because it was there and I could show you guys. It's kind of a cool setup. The way it works is if you have like earbuds, it'll like do like power on, power off, disconnect, except it does it in like the voices of the people from the show. Or like in the case of the HoloLive collab, it'll be like Amelia Watson in your ear being like, power on.
Dude, I should have gotten it, man. Ugh, I'm pissed.
She agonized over this purchase for several days, my dear.
Yeah, I want cute girls in my ear.
Yeah, same, but make it a man. Anyway, next.
Yeah, we anyway. Ta-da!
Oh, okay, so we actually skip a couple steps here.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to explain what happened, or do you want me to explain?
Just about the show?
So
this was yes. So, guys, there's this cool event that happened this day. Maybe I'm going like this. Yeah, there's this cool event that was happening where it was a little, what's it called? Not a panel. A panel, yeah, a panel. There was a HoloLive panel. Whoa! And I was like, I need to see the girls. And it was at, I don't know what time it was at. I forgot. What was it at? Like ballpark. Let's say it was at like 3.
Let me pull the schedule.
Okay, yeah. But let's say it was at like
online. For people who were curious.
If it was at like X time, we were like, whoa. Oh yeah, by the way, this was a HoloLive Ian Justice panel.
It was at 6 p.m.
At 6, yeah. So it was like 6, and we were like, okay, I really want to go.
It was, to be honest, the main reason we went.
Yeah, I was like, eek, I was super excited. And then we went at like what? Like 5 or 4. 5 or 4, yeah, probably
4:30 is like the earliest maybe.
Yeah. Hi, Fortune. But yeah, we went pretty. I'm gonna draw CC in blue because the green screen won't let me use green. But we went pretty early. We were like, and I was even like, are we going too early? And she was like, no, like maybe we should just, go early anyway. And we're like, okay. So we went, and the line was long. It was quite very, very long. And we're like, oh, surely we'll still make it though, because it's so early. And yeah, and there's a lot of, I don't know. It's like I'm sure they guessed how many people would be here and got a room that was big enough for everyone to fit.
Yeah, like HoloLive's been here before.
Yeah, I'm sure they know. Yeah. Spoiler warning. Nope. We were honestly not that far. We weren't the closest, but we weren't that far either. Mm-hmm. We got cut, which sucked. And a lot of people got cut. Like we were like, oh dang. And then we were walking back and chatting with people, and they were like, oh yeah, like we waited for like an hour and a half before like now, and we still got cut. We were like, dang it. And it turns out that room that they got was really small for what it should have been, and it sucked because I was like, what the freak? I was supposed to. Oh, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a YN moment. I was like, they're gonna see me and they're gonna be like, wow, who's that beautiful manta ray? You're so amazing. And then I would have been like, oh my god, and that was supposed to happen, but then it didn't because I couldn't get into the room. So that kind of sucked, but it was okay because it seemed like people were having fun. So at least
also,
people got to see him.
Greet.
Oh, okay. So I really wanted to meet Raora because I love Raora. I love all the Justice girls. I love all the girls, but I really wanted to meet Rao. And not only did I not get the meet and greet because it's like a raffle thing, but I freaking messed up the date. So the day that I submitted my thing for the raffle, it was already over, so I didn't even get a chance. But to be fair, that was on me. So I was like, what the freak? And I felt really bad, but that's what happened. So couldn't go to the panel, which kind of sucked, but that's all right. That's all right.
Well, I'm a little miffed about it still. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
because then we talked to people later and they're like, yeah, we just waited and they didn't even fill out the whole room, so we got in. And I was like,
oh yeah, because they like waited for people to leave and then let some like people who were kind of hanging around like go in, you know, after the room was like maybe like 90%
like
full.
5 whole rows at least still available, like when they started.
Yeesh.
I was mad. I get why they wanted to like disperse the crowd, but at the same time, that's crazy that they. But we did
learn our lesson though, so that was good.
Because there was another Hall Live event. We'll get to
another Hall Live event. But anyway, there was a Rio concert. What? And then we went and we got these seats up here, and then there was an opener supposedly. And we were like, whoa, cool opener. They were sick. The freaking, oh my god, the sound, the audio was so loud you wouldn't even believe. I like loud things. Like I like concerts that are super loud. I like to be in places with loud music. Like I really enjoy killing my eardrums and paying the price in the future. Liar does not, as you can see. And even for me, that was a bit much. It was a little much.
I did have to pull out my earbuds.
yeah. I was just raw dogging it. But afterwards, my ears were ringing a little bit. But that's okay. And my butt really hurt too. Cause I was sitting.
Your butt hurt?
Yeah, I was sitting for a long time.
Was it? I don't think the seats were that bad, were they?
My butt hurt.
Okay.
I think
the streamer would be used to sitting all day.
I know. I think it's because I do it too much. Now my body's like, bleh. But yeah. And then they started, and then we were like, oh wow. And then they went for 10 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes, and then 40 minutes, and then the opener went for 1 hour because they actually weren't openers. It was a whole. Like, there were people just to see the quote-unquote opener. What are they called? Blue...
it was Blue Encounter. So if you watched My Hero Academia, they did the Polaris opening, which is also my favorite opening, but I'm not a My Hero watcher, so...
Right. Yeah, I'm not caught up. There's too much happening now.
They were cute. There's something about, like... I love when international bands come to, like, different countries and they try to speak the language. I think it's so cute, because you could tell, like, they weren't, like, that... like fluent, but you could hear them like, okay, how do you say this in like English? You could hear them saying that.
They were like giggling with each other.
It was so cute.
And they were like there was, I think the lead singer was pretty good at English, and then there was, I think the bassist or something, he was like, say something to the crowd, and he was like, oh fuck. And it was very funny. It was very cool to see. And they were like, I think it was their first time in Boston, so they were like, it's our first time, and everyone was like, wow. And it was really cool. But yeah, they were really good, but it was just a lot longer than we thought, because we thought they were the opener, which openers are usually like 30 minutes.
I would say so.
But yeah,
I've only ever been to another concert.
Oh yeah. I really like concerts a lot, so I was like, okay, I could do this. But I was kind of shot at the end of the day too. I was really tired. I was like, but it was okay. And then
we were there for real.
Look. Oh my god, it was crazy. I have never been to a concert of like a JP like artist or singer. There's this like style of voice, this like powerful voice that I've only heard through my earbuds, and to hear it in person in speakers that were 2000% way higher than they needed to be. Oh my god, spiritual experience. So crazy.
Just people who don't know, Real is like one of the like OG Vocaloid producers in a sense. She did like Drop Pop Candy, she did Untitled, she did like a lot of stuff. Like a lot.
She played Lavatory and I screamed real loud, and there's a video
she did.
of it.
I think I screamed for Untitled, but I forgot it was called Untitled because it's called Untitled.
Right, that would make sense. That would make sense.
I think my favorite one, it was like the more like Matsuri themed one. I don't know what it was called though. I didn't really get a good video of this one either, but like she had a lot of cool like video graphics in the back.
Yeah.
And she was dancing and walking and she was doing all this stuff. She was a performer.
Her stage presence was crazy.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And we were in like the balcony, and I was like, whoa, I feel her power. I feel her presence. But yeah. Okay, next slide.
That happened until like 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, it was late. It was real late. And there's also videos that we took here and there, but that's gonna come to y'all in a different format later, I believe. Yes. Oh, I love my liar knots. Look at her go. Look at her. Look. Okay, moving on.
So we had to split that night.
We had to split.
Photo because there was a bunch of sand on the train. There's literally nothing else to the story. I just got on and there was like a bag of sand that I guess spilled out everywhere.
Like compared to, you know, the stories of New York subways, I guess this isn't crazy, right?
Yeah, I never dealt with a weirdo.
Yeah,
it was
just some sand. Just some sand. Just some good old sand. Oh, there's a sound playing in my ear. What sound is that?
I don't hear anything on my ear.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I have a. Oh. Okay, player 2 sub that tier 1. Thanks, player 2 subscription.
Oh my gosh, player 2, thank you.
Yeah, I still need my alerts to be set, and sometimes they play sounds only to me. Maybe I have to do that tonight. Oh man, maybe I should do. I keep saying I have like 8,000. Yeah, I have like a million things that I work on at once, so it's like you don't see any progress, but the bars go up slowly. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Do you know? This also is for the chat. Do you guys know the meme of like day in the life of a streamer? I wake up at noon. And I sit in bed for an hour looking at other people's content to get an idea. And then I go to my computer and I edit for 8 hours straight. Except I take a little break to eat lunch for 2 or 3 hours. And then I go back to editing. And then I'm tired after editing, so I go back to sleep.
You know what's bad? Awesome. I genuinely would fall into that in the past. Surprisingly, I know despite what everyone thinks about VTubers, surprisingly, I've been making an effort to go outside more. And I realized I feel happier when I go outside.
What?
And I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, you see, because I would have some like buddies of mine who are not as online as me go, hey, why don't you go outside? And I go, you know, there's just stuff. I do stuff on they have no idea, and they're like, oh, maybe we should like see you. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. So I've been more out, which is good. But yeah, just life hack, I guess. That cycle of staring at a screen the whole day and not being outside may make you feel not great. It may just make people go, no, I'm real. But yeah, anyway, anywho. Oh, yes.
1 second.
Yes. Oh, she meant 1 second as in BRB. Guys,
no, I'm still here. I just need to, I need to type something.
Oh, I was going to pick your nose.
Ew.
Thank you. Thank you, Mondoon Mash, for the follow. Thank you.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, yeah. So I was like, okay, what a great day. I'm so glad I got to see my friend May V. Ray. And we got to see the concert for real. That was a great concert. And then I go to the place I'm staying. The temperature that it's set to is the big number. The temperature it currently is the bottom number.
Big.
It was so late, I could not talk to the front desk. But I slept in that 80-degree room all night sweating.
Big.
I was not happy. I woke up at like 5 or 6 because it was just too much. I
Big.
tried to fix the temperature. I came back at one point and it was 81 degrees, so it got even
Big.
hotter.
Very big.
I do not have a good review for this place. I'm not going to name it, but
Eh.
it was not good. I do not like the way they talk to me either.
And I felt really bad because I was just at my friend's place and I was like, oh, I felt really bad. I was like, oh, liar, I'm sorry.
I was texting Maki and May, which, side note, Maki did not know that we were doing this trip until like that day, which I think is really funny.
Yeah, we were like, how did we tell him?
I think what happened, so full disclosure, we told him, or like we mentioned like going to see Anime Boston together, and he's like, okay, that's cool. He then proceeds to forget.
Yeah, so it's not on us. It's not on us.
I was like, okay, Maki, I'm going to Anime Boston.
What the?
He's like, that's so cool.
He's here.
I don't tell him anything else. And then like, he's like, is May with you? I'm like, no, May is not with me because technically May was not with me.
That is true. I was not there yet, so technically.
And then eventually, I just... Wait, is Maki here? Oh, no, you're just saying hi, Maki.
No, Maki's here.
Oh, hi, Maki. Wait, I totally didn't mean to mention you right now when you're here. I just kind of brought it up.
Dude, that happens with Tabby, too. I mentioned Tabby, and then she appears. It's scary.
What if she's always watching?
What if she's here? I'm scared. Okay, moving on.
Then I sent him a picture. It was us. It was like, she's here now.
Where I was like, hi. But yeah.
I thought it was very funny. Oh, this is my breakfast. I kept going to the same place every day for breakfast. Honestly.
Oh my God, Tabby's here. Jesus. Okay, guys.
Tabby.
Okay, now who? LeBron James, are you here? LeBron?
Who's the wrestler that keeps following VTubers?
John Cena?
Yeah, John Cena. If you're here,
John Cena, are you
tucks
here?
hair behind ear.
But hi, Tabby. Hello.
This was my breakfast. It was way too expensive, and I ate too much, and it hurt my stomach, and it was not worth it. That cake you see in the back, dense. It is like a calorie packet.
Oh my.
That is the best way I can describe it. Every bit, you could feel the calories.
Oh my.
It was bad.
Oh my.
And then I proceeded to eat there every other day.
Next slide. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Was a little late. Slept really late. My bad. I had trouble sleeping. I have a really hard time sleeping in like places that are not my bedroom.
I get that. I mean,
yeah.
Trust me, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the temperature issue, but it's just a thing I have, and I was like, oh, I felt super bad, but also travel. Ooh. But yeah, so I
this is also
spent
me
a little
again.
bit of yeah.
This was a music theory class based on like Japanese music. It was kind of neat. I think it went over my head because I'm not into music theory like that, but there were some interesting slides. If you go to the next slide, they talked about dominance and subdominance and how chords work, and you know, they just used some funny images not related to anything.
They're using the language of everyone.
Yeah,
everyone speaks image.
I think this was the same day. I'm not sure. There was like a VTuber, or not VTuber, a Vocaloid panel that was like, here's like, I think it was supposed to be like, here's like a deep dive into like the history of Vocaloids, but it was more just like, here's some Vocaloids you should listen to, which is fine. I liked it too, but I was like, I thought I was gonna hear the history. My history nerd didn't get fulfilled.
Well, and then something else got fulfilled.
What?
Look, next slide.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's my, I have to go over here. Okay, hi.
Big.
I really like a utate, or like a YouTube singer named Jubyphonic. Jubyphonic has been on the internet for over a decade singing Vocaloid songs. And I grew up basically listening to her sing. And 12 years later, since I first started listening to her, I got to meet her. I did not know she was at this con, mind you. I just ended up seeing her. I didn't even know it was her at first because they introduced her with her like real name because she's now a voice actor. She went from singing silly songs on the internet to being a voice actor. Isn't that not crazy? So like a freak, I took a picture of her and I got to talk to her. And I was like, yeah, I've been listening to you since Tome Answer. And she's like, that's the oldest person I think that's talked to us. And I was like, I'm an OG. It was so cool. She was so nice. I wish I could have talked to her more. I think she's probably like the closest I get to like an Oshi and is like someone to aspire to, or like more like an idol. I think she's like the closest I think I can get to an idol. And I got to talk to her, and I didn't realize how close in age she was to like high schoolers at the time. Like she was a high schooler when she was doing like her songs.
Wow.
And she was singing. She was doing so good. She was like, I was singing in my closet, and I was like, oh.
And look.
And I got her signature.
You
know what? This is all for me. This is not for you.
Oh yeah. You don't get to see.
I put it on. You know what? You guys don't get it. This is all for me.
You don't get it. You don't get it. You didn't get. You weren't there.
But please listen to it's JUBYPHONIC. Here's my moment of like chilling for someone else. She's really cool. She does voice acting. I love her. Anyway. Oh, I know you're trying to eat me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I don't think I would taste good though. I think I'm like felt. What are my materials again too?
Felt and pond water.
Oh, there's Juliet again. That's Juby. There was okay. Not gonna lie. Okay, they were doing like an improv bit. I told her like, I'm so excited to go see you do your improv thing. And she's like, I've never done improv before, but I'll do my best. It was her and a couple other voice actors. I like all the voice actors. They're really cool. They were not good at improv, but you know what? My girl, she was doing her best. She was trying so hard. The other ones were just standing there, like just waiting. They did not understand improv. Man. She was in. She was like, I am going to do this. And that's why she's my Oshi. Actually, she's also technically a VTuber.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, so if you like VTubers.
There we go. Next slide is not a good segue, but
there's really no reason I added this. I just thought it was funny.
It was so funny. I wanted a photo with them, but they were a little mob. There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're fleece, by the way. You're fleece.
I'm fleece.
You're fleece.
I don't know if you need that.
Feliz Navidad. Okay, boom.
Año.
Look at this. Cosplay event. We went to a cosplay event. And this was Arcane, and it was awesome, and it was cool. Look, this is the monkey. It's the monkey, and he has like the wow thing, and they had to pose, and it was so cool because this was the first time I think I was at a cosplay event thing, and I was like, liar, this is really cool. I want to do it. How do I do this? How do I do it?
We were both like enraptured by this one particular Caitlyn, which I thought was very funny.
Dude, there was one Caitlyn. Wow. I was like, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And it was really, wow. It was like very accurate to Caitlyn. And I was like, wow. And then she
I think the only thing was the boots.
She had big old boots. She had big heels on.
For the height.
Wow. And like her makeup was really nice too. But yeah, so that was this. You see any Mary merch? I don't think so.
We did take photos of all the manta rays we saw.
We did. We'll show you guys that later. I think they're mostly in video form. Was this the same day?
I don't remember, but they showed up at the same time in my like feed. Actually, yes, it was the same day because we left this early because the karaoke was happening and we wanted to be front of the line.
I was like, we need to go because we learned our lesson about what happened last time, the day before, about with the Hollow event. So we were like, okay, we gotta get there early. But there was a Hollow meetup. And yeah,
for the notes on the first one, you may not understand what's happening there. It was a Hollow Live meetup. Now, if you don't know, Hololive has a male branch called Hollow Stars. And you know me, man, lover, liar. I love Hollow Stars. I think they're really neat. I wish they had more support. Don't shake your head. I just saw the delayed shaking.
I'm not shaking my head.
So they were like, is there any Hollow Stars cosplayers here? There was one goat. It was a JP Hollow Star. It's I forget his name right now. He's Chien. He's a really good singer if you like singers. And they're like, what's the pose that we should do for the one Hollow Star? Peter Griffin death pose.
Let's go. And it was really good too. Like that's
very,
it was very
for the Hollow Stars branch, to be honest, because he was the only guy.
It was very accurate. Like look at the angles.
Mm-hmm.
Very accurate.
He's a wolf, I think, if I remember correctly.
Ow.
Gerard is our Philippine. Yes.
Yes.
I'm an Octavio girly personally, but yes, I'm so glad to see a fellow fan.
This is a T-Rex.
I think if you like singers, go watch Octavio, and Gerard's really cool too. And also, he's a little scary.
Plug.
To be honest, I think it'd be funny to do a stream where it's just like, you guys, I just want to talk about my special interest.
I think you should definitely do that.
My other special interest is these happies. I love the happies. I think they're so fun. I don't own any. I kind of think it'd be fun to own one. There's no particular VTuber I want. I just like the concept.
I love happies.
I think I'd get a mint one.
Dude, I saw a few mint ones. I think it was cool.
Mint ones make the most sense to me.
Happies are so cool. And someone brought a Bay Daki.
Yes.
There's also an Ame Daki.
I think you can kind of see it, yeah.
There are a lot of Dakis.
We can talk about the Daki that we saw later.
Yeah. A lot of Dakis, a lot of Hoppies. It was cool. It was so cool. I was really shy. So, here's the thing about me is how do I say this? I feel like I mentioned this a liar too. I'm not really in spaces that much where I get to talk about these interests of mine, you know, like with people. So I was like, this is so cool because I'm like surrounded with a bunch of people who like this thing. And I was like, whoa. But I was like, whoa. And it was awesome. And I was like, whoa. And there are people around me who were talking about VTubers. And I was like, whoa. And talking about Oshis. And I'm like, whoa. And then, and there's so many pretty ladies dressed up as my favorite pretty ladies. And I was like, whoa.
Was there any people cosplaying your Oshi? I forget. I don't remember any.
No, I don't think so. That's all right though. It's okay because look at that, a lot of formokos, which is awesome. I saw a couple of shories, which was awesome. This fauna one with the fishing thing was so good. There was like a Nimi as well. There's a Gigi, there's a Gura, there's a Kali, there's a Bay, there's
a lot of love for like Advent in particular, I noticed.
Yeah, which is cool. But it was so cool. I was really excited. And there was a Marin. I don't think she's here. I can't see her. But I talked to her and I was like, I really like your cosplay. I was like, it's so pretty. Like, it's so nice. And she was like, oh, thank you. I was like, oh, very cool. Wow. And I was like, whoa. And it was awesome. I really liked it.
We were very normal about VTubers.
Yeah, and then and then there was a Fomoko. I forgot which one, but there was one of them, and she was sat right next to me, and I really wanted to talk to her, but I didn't because I was scared. But I was like, whoa, it's so accurate, and yeah, I was like, next time. But it was really awesome.
Definitely go to Offkai, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I wish, man. One day.
Get invited.
Yeah, come on guys. When am I going to Offkai? Who want me?
Can you make her blow up so she has a reason to go to Offkai and then I get to tag along?
Yeah, guys.
It's like you let Chihuahua in her bag.
Yeah, give me 1 million subscribers right now.
1 billion.
1 billion. Okay. But yeah, mini cosplay May. But yeah, is that Jack Black with Gigi's hair?
It was really good. I like that.
Yeah, look at that. It's really him. It's real.
I'm gonna try and make this sound very normal. I really like when guys will like continue to keep their masculinity, but then like dress up as like a female character or like dress more feminine, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like yeah. Wait, keep going.
You know Yakuza, right? Think of like Goro. Imagine him in his like outfit, or not? Is it Majima? Imagine Majima in his like girl outfit. We saw a couple of those. I stared respectfully. Anyway, next slide. Anyway.
We have different, you're getting a sense for what Lyre and I are.
I'm very normal.
I'm also very normal. So here
Wow, look at
was
that line.
wow. So we were like, okay, we're not gonna. Oh, there was a mume. We were like, we are not gonna be insanely late again and miss out, on the concert. Not concert. There was a super karaoke party.
It was the first super karaoke party in the U.S.
which was awesome, and it was with Bae and Fuamoko, and I was like, I am not missing this. So we hauled ass to the area that they were doing it. We're like what, 2 hours ahead before
I think
it?
so.
Yeah. And we were even getting worried, and they were like dispersing the lines, so we were like hiding in one of these little areas, and we're like eating food, and we're like, oh, we're totally not here for this. And like, I think an employee came and was like, are you here for the whole thing? We went, oh no, we're just hanging out, in case she kicked us out or like made us move. And then we got pretty close to the front-ish. It wrapped around here, but like pretty close to the front. I was like, yes. And we were chatting with people around us, and it was so cool because I got to chat with people. I'm like, you know Hololive?
It
What
was
the
kind of funny.
freak?
I think this is the one time we got kind of split, and we were just talking to people about our interests, which was very rare. I met people who liked watching male VTubers. It was crazy. They're a rare breed, guys.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! I was so glad because Lyra found her like male VTuber friend, and I have nothing against them, but I do watch a lot of ladies. And
What?
and I was talking to people about said ladies, and it was cool. Talking to people I know. It was cool. Everyone was really chill. People were like playing cards, and people were like talking about the merch they got, and it was really fun. And people were like, everyone was complaining about the event the day before that no one got into. So it was like
where
a
we
nice.
found out we could have stayed.
Yeah,
too.
because people were telling us that they got in at the end, but it was fun. I really like chatting with people, and it was cool to chat with people about this kind of stuff. But yeah.
I ended up having I was Aristotle, and what's in the was it Plato? That's a philosopher, right? Yeah. I was having one of those deep philosophical meta conversations about VTubers with someone else, and I was like, wow, I don't get to do this ever.
So rare.
Let's talk about the meta of corporations and the history of how it's been dealing with. I was like, wow. I've never had this conversation with another person before. I just talk about it with myself.
Yeah, it was super cool. And what else? I don't know. We're just kind of chatting.
There's a lot of people. This is the part I didn't really care for as much. I remember making this very specific comment to me. It's like, I wish they did a pre-show thing where people could watch something happen while we're waiting in line. That would make sense for a Hololive, because they know how big Hololive is. There was no official thing. However, fans kept yelling and doing memes. And at first I was like, oh, haha, that's funny. But then they kept doing it.
I think it was sweet. I think it was.
I'm an old man.
I think it was sweet. I think it was nice because then it's I don't know. I think it was nice. It was a lot of waiting for sure. So whatever got us through it, I guess. But yeah. And then what else? Can I think of anything else?
Someone mentioned, did either of us get recognized? No.
No, thankfully.
We were very careful about this.
Yeah, I was like, I doubt we were in any trouble there, but yeah, we're pretty. I remember I think I would want to talk about streaming stuff with Lyre, but then I was scared to hear again. Not that anything would happen, but we just chatted about that kind of stuff in our own space. We were like,
they don't know we're VTubers.
They don't know. But yeah, and then I'm gonna go to the next slide, mayhaps.
Oh, I saw Hagfish mention something. Lots of male VTubers, there are male VTubers. Yeah, I love male VTubers of various sizes. I love Ben. I feel like it's so weird hearing that from a frog. But, I know for a lot of male VTubers, it's a lot harder to get in, if that makes sense. Female VTubers are a lot more popular because cute girl doing cute things, right? That's how I feel about men, though. Sorry, anyway, we're here to talk about women.
No, we could talk about everyone and everyone.
No, wow, I love women so much. Wow, I
What?
paid so much money. I paid so much money to meet women.
I love.
And by women, I mean May.
I love women real.
I love one woman.
Fake woman lover. But yeah, then we got in. So many happies. I was staring at this Suisei art the whole time. This person, holy moly. Holy moly. I don't know if they, because actually I was gonna say something, but I don't know. I don't know if they knew. If you, I don't.
Kind of covered the screen.
Me?
No,
huh?
the
oh yeah. I was gonna say I don't know if they really knew Hololive because they were just kind of there and like.
I mean, to be fair, we weren't really dressed up for it either.
That's true, but I don't know if he was boogieing as much. This person or someone here, I think, someone was very hyped, and I was like, okay, this is the energy I need.
They also had a dakimakura.
They did have a daki. They had a daki, and they kept like waving it in the air, and I was like, if you block my view, and I kept going every time you put it up, but then you put it down again, and I was like, it's okay. Yeah, people are really hyped. I hate being at a concert or some sort of talk or something, and have people around me be like dead. Like having the whole crowd be dead around me. No, okay, so you and I were dead in a different way because we were tired. But I mean, like, not, you know, like, like, why are you frowning if you're at a fun concert? You know what I mean? So it was nice because the people around us were really passionate. And I was like, yeah! So then I got passionate. It was cool.
I think if I can, like, do a brief tangent. It's kind of funny you mention that because, like, shortly after we got back, there was a tweet that I saw on my For You page that's like, if you go to an idol concert and you're not waving your pen lights and screaming, leave.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, it's like, I don't know about that. That's a whole different, because that's a lot of energy. Yeah, which I found. So the whole time we were there, for all the days, I was like, liar, I gotta get my hands on a pen light because I need to go, hi, and support the girls, you know. And I was like, where are we gonna get one? And then Larry was like, I'm sure they'll sell it somewhere. They didn't, and I was so upset. But the person I was talking to who was next to me was talking to someone else next to them. And then I think someone else next, I don't know, but there was a chain, and someone had kindly offered the person next to me a pen light, and then I was like, whoa, how'd you get that? And they were like, oh, I don't know, the person next to me just gave it. And I was like, whoa. And they were like, if you want to use it at some point, when my arm gets tired, like you can totally, like, I can totally, like, give it to you for a couple songs. I was like, oh, and I was like, thank you. And then a couple songs later, like, I did get the pen light, very, very, very kind person. And I went, hi, and then it was hurting my arm. I was like, damn, this is hard.
Yeah,
so
it's a workout.
Yeah, I feel like generally though, it's like, you don't have to be energetic, just don't be a downer, you know. I'm like, why are you, because I've been to a concert, off topic, I've been to a concert before where it was like really good seating, and there were people around me who were like fully had their arms crossed. I was like, bruh, like, and by arms crossed, I mean like arms crossed, like angry look. And I remember it was like someone was dancing, not even that like obstructively, that they were just like boogieing, and the person like looked them up and down and was like, I was like, what? Like,
I kind of feel like that's how I looked though, which is
no, I was there. You didn't look like you were like judging people, you know what I mean? You were like being down,
I know,
you know
but
what I mean?
We were at the point where we both needed to sit down during the concert.
So Lyra had bought this little brownie and I realized I hadn't really eaten much of my food, so I had this little bit like food. We got this meal. I completely forgot about this. We got this meal. Lyra finished hers before the line was done, but I still had the rest of mine, and I was like, I'm just gonna bring it in. It was like a burrito type thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna bring it in. And then halfway through the super karaoke party, I was like, the room started spinning. I can't see. I went, liar, I'm a little lightheaded. I'm a little tired. She went, oh.
And she was gonna pass out.
I was like, no, I'm not gonna pass out, but I need to eat. So I sat there in between songs going, I was eating my wrap. And then eventually I think I finished it or something. And then I was still like, oh no. And then I was like, do you need some sugar? And then I ate her brownie. So
thank you
for that. I'm so sorry.
It was so
I didn't. I said, no. I said, no. And then you said, yes, you have to. And then you said, you have to eat it or else I will leave. So I had to
I would never be nice.
Bruh. See, this is the narrative you want to push, but I have proved otherwise. Another thing I proved otherwise is the fact that Liar keeps saying that she cannot sing. However, this was a super karaoke party, so I did hear a super frog sing, and I did see or hear that it was awesome, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear it at some point, someday, somehow. It was awesome. Liar can in fact sing. That's what I'm saying, dude. And I was talking to Maki too, and I was like, see, you're like, I was able to witness it and you weren't, so ha ha ha. But yeah. Okay, come back up. Oh, come back.
Did you hear something? Anyway, we weren't allowed to record anything, so there's no photos or anything. Sorry,
No.
but it was pretty cool. Full Mocha went first. Imagine like a video of them like in a karaoke booth, like literally just karaoke booth. That's the after shot.
Yeah.
So it's them like partying. They're like, yay! They're singing like all these songs. I wish I had written down what they sang because there's one song they did. I really, really liked it. I forgot. They did like one about like Hansu. There was like they were singing about their underwear, and I was like, this is so Full Mocha, but what?
I think wait, hold on. I need to check
You're
something.
tracking.
I know, hold on. Oh no.
She's hanging out, guys. Sorry. She's getting tired.
Sorry, dude. Whenever
Just
I
like
have
in
to.
Boston.
Okay, I'm here. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it was.
About the underwear.
What?
Oh, I was talking about Full Mocha's underwear.
Oh, I was so confused. I was like, what? Oh my god. Sorry, I had to reply to something real quick. Underwear. When did that
Well,
happen?
they were singing a song about their underwear. Remember when I was getting visibly confused?
Yeah, they were.
I also did get a panty shot of Fuawa, but that's easy.
We got that.
Sorry, guys. You guys don't get that exclusive footage.
Yeah, because we abide by the rules. Dude, I was screaming so loud in the beginning, and then I started getting lightheaded, so I had to stop. I was like,
yep.
They were like, bow, bow. I was like, bow, bow. And it was crazy. And then I was really, I've animated you a thing. Oh my god. I would like to see that. Oh my god. I will see that later. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I'm honored. But I was so excited, and I was talking to the person next to me. I was like, I'm sure they're gonna play Born to be a'All, which is one of their original songs that I absolutely love. And they said, this is our final song. And I said, oh, it's gonna be it? And it wasn't. And I went, oh, fuck. It's okay. And then they sat down, and then everyone went, encore. I said, oh, I forgot about encore. And I was like, whoa. And they did an encore. And the person next to me was like, okay, if it's Born to be a'All, you get the pen light. And I was like, okay. Guess what? It was, dude. Oh my god. Liar can probably attest. Oh my god. I was saving all my energy for that song. And it was amazing.
She died right after.
I died right after, yes.
It was also the final song for Fuwa Moko, so
yeah.
it makes sense, but
Yeah. But I forgot about the encore. I was like, oh no a'All. But yeah.
I don't know any of the original songs really for well, I know a couple. I didn't really know Fuwa. Why do you look so scared?
Cause I need to show you the original songs now.
I know some of them.
Okay.
Anyway. What was I saying? I was so confused why you look scared. I was singing I heard the bow bow. I was like, I know the bow bow. I can bow bow. I can bow bow with the best of them.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then Bae went, and Bae was amazing, incredible.
I think not to like rank them, but I think Bae did a really, 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 really good job.
Do not compare my girls. Do not compare my ladies.
I just think she had a really good stage presence, even though she was in a karaoke booth.
Okay, yeah, fair. She's so funny. I love her.
I think if I watched
really
Hall Live, she'd probably be my Oshi.
I love her. She's so cool. Yeah, they did really. You can also tell that it was live too, because
yes.
they both Fumoko, I guess all Fumoko and Bae, they would like start giggling at the end like of their little sets because they started to get a little tired, which is very fair, and it was very cute to see because I was like, look at them, they're real.
You can see them get in the water too.
Yeah, it was cool.
The fish.
But yeah. Oh, see you. Close to 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, please go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, if anyone needs to head out, don't yet. except for Hackfish. Hackfish, that's your
the best.
that's your exit ticket. You're allowed to leave. Everyone else, everyone's staying. I don't care what time it is. A lot of dockies were held up. They were
Lots
like,
of
everyone, please leave, and everyone was like, fuck no.
Hololive fans are scary.
But it was awesome. If I was in, I felt like a poser because I wasn't in any sort of merch or anything, and I was like, if I was cosplaying, I'd be right there with them. But I felt like a poser, so I
think they would have loved to have had you. To be fair,
yay!
I think Hololive fans can be very welcoming in real life.
Yeah, very sweet. It was nice. It was very like there was this one person who was dressed up as Toa, and we saw them a lot. They were just like everywhere. And we'd be like, are you going to the next huddle thing? And they were like, yeah. And it was like okay, cool, see you there. And then they were there, and everyone was very sweet.
We also, there's someone at a booth that we went to. He really wanted to go to the karaoke. We never saw him though. Do you remember the guy who sent Hololive merch for someone else?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, we met a lot of
people on Artist Alley like Hololive.
Yeah, that's good for me too because I was going. It was great. But yeah. Ooh, okay. Also, guys, Lara, you might have to take the wheel for a second because my head's hurting a little bit. So maybe I will talk a little.
Okay, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh! I was trying to peek over. But yeah, I will draw for like maybe 5 minutes.
This is the final day of the show, so oh gosh, I need to take a sippy time. If you have a drink, you should drink some water right now with us.
Me too. Can I try that?
Yeah, go for it. Do you know how to do it?
No, I'll figure it out. They'll look.
There you go. Oh, you're good. See? First try.
I got it on my nose.
Don't choke though.
Okay.
All right,
take
so
the
final
wheel.
day of the con. There's not a lot to do this day just because it's wrapping up activities. However, I did want to go to one thing. This is the Idol showcase. So if you remember, on day 1, there was the Guide to Idol dance. I didn't talk about it a lot, but it talked about like kind of what it's like to be an idol and like the types of different idols we have in the West versus the East. In the West, it's a lot more dancing and doing like not tribute dances, but like dance covers, I think is the best way to put it, in cosplay. There's not as much singing. There's not a lot of original songs. It's more about like dressing up and dancing, which is cool. I have the preference for Eastern style idols just because that's what I found out about first. But you're gonna see there's like a series of like different groups that showed up. They did cover dances mainly for Love Live is what I noticed. Yeah, that's me. I definitely am a good dancer. I definitely didn't go to the K-pop booth and then run away in shame.
No.
So, you can probably speed through these, to be honest. There's not like any major group. What was funny to me is I was sat next to people who like, if you think about like Hololive fans being like really big, like into like, what are they called? I didn't want to call them Oshi calls, but like when they do the calls during
the fan chants.
Yeah, they were doing fan chants. They were screaming. You could tell they knew who these people were on stage, which I thought was cute. I hope they didn't think I was like awful and boring because I was just chilling. I was like cheering and clapping with them, but like they were going all out, left and right. I was surrounded by like fans. It was kind of scary.
That's so nice.
Those had really cool camera angles, so you can see like the positioning and stuff. This is kind of the more stuff I'm interested in seeing is like how like these dances come together. So seeing the top-down view, I was like, wow. They did this for real too. It's the same stage, so there were some things that were kind of similar, like blocking and stuff. It was neat. If I remember, this is a Love Live group too, so I think the flower is accurate.
There we go.
Next.
Arcade.
Oh yeah, okay.
Gaming.
So, I didn't really get to show this. We went to the karaoke thing. We didn't sing. Although there was one guy who did Scream from Final Fantasy 14, which was crazy.
Crazy.
If you know that song, it is not an easy song. There's like metal. Also, Josh asked a question. What do you guys want to be your fan chants? I think my name is kind of hard to do for a fan chant. May.
You no, for me, you go.
I don't know how fan chant. I feel like that's the thing that the fans have to do, right?
Yeah, for me, I think our tentative one is, you go Mireille, and then you scream
May.
bloody murder.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, for your headache that you just mentioned.
My throat and my head. Oh. Ow.
Okay. So we went to karaoke. That was fun. We had a bunch of like drunk people next to us, which was kind of annoying at first, but then like they grew on us because they were just like cheering on people.
Yeah.
They were the good kind. Well, I don't say the good kind of drunk, but they were like the better
were they
kind.
Drunk?
Where
I don't know if they were
positive.
drunk. I think they were just like really enthusiastic.
They were high on life at the very least.
Yeah.
They were very excited.
Yeah, we thought it was a little like okay, because at some point someone was singing like a quieter song, I would say, or not quieter, but like a more less like hype song, and they were like screaming during it, and I was like, okay, that borders on disrespectful. But then when people do like loud like songs where you're meant to have people cheer on, I was like, all right, I guess that works. So
they get the pass.
They get the pass. Yeah.
For the gamer room though, this was all free. It was all free to do. There's only a couple games I wanted to do though. They had like a DJ one, which is kind of neat. I tried that once. They had the table flipping game. You can kind of see it in the corner on the left. It's literally just there's a table and you like slam it and then you throw it up in the air. Like a literal table. And then you get points based on it. I don't know how you'd look it up, but if you look up table flipping arcade game, you'll probably see it. Or you probably have to add Japan to it, but it's cool. I did that. I was at a host club and I threw a table at some yucky hosts. But the one I really wanted to do was this Waka game. I think it's called Waka. This is, I think, the coolest arcade machine that I've ever played with. They had these in Japan. I loved it there. I loved it now. The way these work is that whole like purple LED circle you see, every single part of that is a button. So if you think of like rhythm, it's a rhythm game where you're like, if you think of a phone rhythm game where it's like a piano, your piano is the ring. So you got to do all these like little fun circles and stuff. I really liked it. You got to do 3 plays per like run. The issue is everyone wanted to play this arcade machine and there was only 2. So I only got to play it once because it literally took people like 10 minutes for one run. There's 3 songs.
Dude, seeing those videos of people do this, but like really good, is so cool. They go like, it is so awesome.
I got to play one of my favorite songs. I was happy.
Ooh.
I would have liked to do the hard mode, but I wasn't there yet. But yeah, if you are the owner of this arcade machine and you bring it to the US, I will pay you just to give it to me. I would generally like, I don't really consider like arcade machines to be my thing. This is the exception. I would love this. It's fun.
Did I ever tell you guys about that one arcade game I did and then it drew a crowd?
What?
One time I was at this place with arcade games. You might call that an arcade. Oh wait, 2 left, I think. Bye 2.
Bye 2.
Maybe. But yeah,
oh no, she was singing a song.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's
Hello
Scream.
2. Hello 2. It was this arcade. I was at this arcade and there was this machine where it was like one of the piano tiles kind of thing, where it's like a piano tile would fall and then and then they'd have like a little piano and you hit the keys based on the thing. And maybe my rhythm game experience helped me, because I sat there and I was like, wait, this is so easy. Ba, 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 ba. And I was doing whatever. I beat the high score, not once, not twice, but 4 times. So I was the top 4 in the leaderboard. And then everyone was like I remember I was with a couple friends and some of my friends were recording me, and then in the video it's me, and then it zooms into behind me and it's just a bunch of people watching me. And then when sometimes I'd miss one note and then everyone would go, oh, and then I played like 5 times or so, and then they were like, and then I went, ba, 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 and then I'd miss one note, and they went, oh, and they'd be like, you can do it. I was like, yes. And then eventually I did not beat my high score in front of everyone, but it was really funny because I was like, wow, look at me go, and now I want to go back to that arcade just so I can play that game again.
Was that
like
pre-YouTuber?
No, that was a couple months ago.
Okay, I was gonna say that's like streaming experience.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this is how you start. Hi, Cammy.
Hi, Cammy.
Yeah, hi, Cammy. Yeah.
That's it for that
Wait,
slide.
Kemi reminds me of guitars, which reminds me of something I did. I have a ukulele coming to my place in a couple days. And I want to start playing the ukulele. I used to when I was younger, but I was like, oh. Anyway.
Good luck developing your calluses.
Thank you. They will be, my hands will be so solid. It will be crazy. You won't even believe it. You won't even believe. Yeah.
I think this is the one slide I took from the artist alley because a lot of the booths don't want you to take photos. If you were the artist and you didn't want me to take this photo, I'm sorry.
Because also the one photo I have of Artist Alley is also this artist. So I don't know why we both took a photo of this artist. I mean, it's incredible work.
Cool. It's a lot of Zelda. I'm a big Zelda fan.
Yeah.
So that works out. But her art is so good. All the art was so good. They had a couple like advertisements for who was where. I think I still have my program, so it shows like who's at what booth. There's a lot of big artists. Like you'll see when I show my merch later. Omona was there. I don't know if a lot of people know Omona. But their art style is so good with their merch. It's like peak. It's like chef's kiss. They're so fun and whimsical. And like
so cool.
other people like really cool, beautiful art, and then some people were just like silly. It's like, yes, the perfect combo.
It was so cool because I pre-saved a bunch of people on Twitter that I saw who were saying they were going. Who is it?
Sorry, I saw Tabby's message.
Is it? I trust Tabby with that kind of stuff.
I would say yes.
But yeah, I was like saving people's work that I thought was cool who said they were going to this con. And whenever we'd go up to a booth and it was someone I saw on Twitter, I'd be like, liar, I know them off Twitter. I know them. And it was really cool. I was like, wow. But yeah.
I found out after the fact that people I followed were like at Anime Boss. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
I follow you on Twitter.
It was crazy.
Oh, right. So Artist Alley closed early because that was final day. Everything ends at 3 on the final day.
We were hauling ass. It was like, it was like.
And I was like, now what do we do?
Purchases.
We go outside.
Woo-hoo!
For the first time.
For the first time ever in the world.
I just like clarify how it is to do the con experience. You wake up. Whatever you wake up, you go to the con, you stay inside the con all day. You get food, you leave, you go to bed. That is the con experience. You do not do anything else.
Yeah, so thankfully on the day that we were, kicked out of the con because it was ending, the weather was pretty good, actually.
It was really nice.
So we walked around, and if you
the Freedom Trail?
Yeah, if you look up what to do in Boston, it just says Freedom Trail, which is a bunch of stuff, history.
We followed that, except it was Memorial Day weekend and it was Sunday. So you can imagine how many things were actually open.
Everything was closed.
That being 0.
Everything in the world was closed.
Even like the path went through buildings we couldn't get into, so we had to like alternate.
Yeah,
but we got
just
to see more Boston.
Yeah, at least the
What?
Oh,
right, this building. This was the scariest building we've ever seen. This
felt like it would start moving. It felt like some sort of ship. This was scary, and we pulled up to this place, and then we were like, something is changing in the aura here. And then from far away, we just hear a boom, boom.
It was consistent too.
Boom, boom, boom. It was just like, it was really like consistent beat of like it sounded like some sort of giant robot was coming slowly.
We wanted to see where it was coming from. We decided against it. We went the opposite direction.
Yes, which I guess that means we would survive in a horror movie because we ran away. And then we saw some Famoko Happies here too. I was like, whoa, in the wild.
Oh, yeah. We did see cosplayers.
Yeah, we saw cosplayers too. We're like, whoa, in the wild. Because this was like a kind of a walk away from the convention center, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, everyone, they're real people, humans. But yeah.
Fine.
Guy.
That's a guy. I don't know why I put this photo here. Wow, look at this. There's history here. It's
history.
There's one guy. Oh wait, there's a video we have where we're making fun of a guy's name.
What was his name? Yeah,
Good
what was his name?
Did he do it?
I don't know. Would he do it? Something. We'll find it
later.
We'll find it. But there's some fun videos for y'all soon. That's a guy. It is a guy. Oh, it's Samuel Adams.
Oh, that's Samuel Adams.
Oh, that guy.
He's the beer guy.
The beer guy. Yeah.
That's all I remember him for.
That's me too. These are some other guys, maybe even some girls, we don't know. But
oh, there was also, we sat down because we were tired after
Very
like
tired.
3 days of con, right?
very tired.
So we're like, okay, this is cute little market area. We'll sit down, and all these birds started congregating near us. You can't see it, but May's toe is like right there. They
Toe
were up
reveal.
against us.
They were like not afraid, but that's good because I wouldn't hurt them anyway. But also, look, wait, I just noticed.
Mm.
What constellation
for
is
the line.
this?
Oh,
What is
they did form a triangle.
what are they trying to say? Is this some sort of message that we
They're
have
trying to
to?
point in the right direction, but we didn't go that way.
We did not go that way. Dang it!
Maybe we could've.
Maybe that was because we did. Wait, because this is a freedom trail, right? And we looked it up. We were like, how to follow the freedom trail. And then we were like, okay, I don't know how to follow. And then we got to the starting point, and then there was the most NPC interaction we've ever had. We stumbled across it, dun 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 dun, and then there was these people who were like, this person who was like, how do you start the freedom trail? To this other person, and they went, you follow the bricks on the ground in this direction. And we looked at each other, we went, oh, whoa. And then we were like, oh, thank you, kind stranger. So maybe this was the second part of our mission, but we didn't follow it.
Sorry, birds. I don't speak bird.
Yeah, I don't either.
We're two water creatures.
We're too watery for that. We're too watery.
We ended up going in a
speaking
different
of
direction
water-
to a museum that was like $40.
Yeah.
We did not go in.
We did a lot of walking, a lot of seeing, which is good.
This is Codzilla.
This is Codzilla.
This is also
Great
where I threw
name.
May in the water.
That is true. And then I got to splash around. I was drying up. I was like this. I was like, and then I went, thank you for saving me. Because I got sent into the water.
Okay, I don't know if you're still here. I hate you for this. He put the thanks for the gold, kind stranger in my head now.
Thanks for the
He says,
gold,
"Thanks
kind
for the-"
stranger.
What is it? It's like thanks for the.
I think it's
what I'm
thanks for the
talking
gold. I think it's thanks for the gold. Thanks for the gold,
I hate
kind
that.
stranger.
I hate that.
I
He
do
says it
know.
like in such a
know.
way too that's so brain rotted, and I hate it.
It's beautiful. It's incredible. But yeah, this was Codzilla. Great name. It was awesome.
This is also near the aquarium. The aquarium was closed, so we didn't get to go in.
Dude, everything was freaking closed. I think it was closed the minute we got there.
It was like it closed.
There was 1 minute left, and we were like 10 minutes away or something.
Yeah.
So the world didn't want us to experience it, but
We were also getting tired though, so it kind of worked out.
It kinda
we
worked
went to the
out, yeah.
train. I think the next slide's train.
I think this is before the train.
Oh, this is right in front of the train. Yeah.
Yeah, look
I
how
just thought the skyline's so
pretty.
nice. Don't
Look
mind the
how
clouds, but like the
pretty. Yeah, don't
skyline.
mind the cloud. Wait, I'll make it blue.
I think I have another slide that's blue later though.
Wow. Oh yeah, you took that beautiful ass photo.
Oh yeah, I took like professional photography photos,
It was
guys.
crazy. This is a train.
I just thought this train station was neat.
Yeah, and then
This feels
we
like a Disney
saw.
ride to me.
Yeah, and then we saw one train leave, and then it went down this big tunnel, and we were like, oh my god. And then Lara got a cool shot of it coming the other direction, and you'll see that later. It was really cool and fun.
I took a lot of video.
Yeah.
A long
And
time
then-
ago, this is total like side tangent. I remember very
Mhm.
vividly. I was taking a field trip with my school to like a town on the coast. And I remember vlogging it essentially. I never uploaded it anywhere, but like that was little Lyra like I wanna record doing fun things with my friends.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't do that for years, and now I'm a VTuber, so
And now we can.
how have times changed? Oh, remember when I met a cute girl, guys?
Oh. Oh yeah. Guess who?
I kept being like, I want to tweet about meeting May, but I like there was never like a time. So at the end, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
I feel like I'm a lot. I feel like I tweet like I never tweet.
Yes.
And I was scared, so I didn't as much. But I was like, okay, Liar's tweeting on my behalf.
I also brought glove for like hand cam stuff, but I just always kept forgetting to
Bring it
wear
to
them
the
or
con.
bring them. That
It's
yeah.
okay, though.
Sorry guys,
That's
we did not
alrighty.
hold hands.
Yeah, we
on
did.
screen.
I
I mean, on camera.
promise. I think we did at some point. Lara says we didn't, but I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't think we did.
I think we did.
I'm like 99% sure because I was like, I really
No.
want to like hold her hand.
No, I'm pretty
That
sure
sounds
we
weird and
did.
creepy.
No, I think
I
we
think
one of us
You
led us.
manifested it in your head.
No, I swear one of us led when we were in a like had to go somewhere or something. I think.
I don't think so.
Liar, let me believe, man.
You can imagine it. What do you think my hands felt like?
Like frog hands?
Like sweaty and mucusy?
No, like awesome. Like awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a good spot to do first impressions.
First impressions. You're very green. No,
you.
I don't know. It just kind of it was interesting because it was like, whoa, that's the voice I've heard. But now, not through my earbuds. I was like, whoa. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I'm just like.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I feel like we already knew. Can we say this? Like you already knew what I looked like. And so
I'm
was
looking
like,
at you right now.
What? Oh,
Okay.
Scared me. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at your other camera right now.
What
I'm
the
watching
freak?
your live camera
What
feed.
the freak?
Okay. Don't get
yeah.
embarrassed. I have not seen a more gorgeous girl in
No!
like so long. She is so pretty, guys. And she's dressed so fashionably. She looks so cool and she's so nice and so bubbly.
Oh,
It
yes,
was
I'm
fun
nice.
to talk to her. She was so easy to talk to, and I was like, oh man, I am so lame. I literally cannot look her in the eye.
No! Okay, dude, I was so nervous that we would meet and then like conversation would be like
Yes,
awkward.
I was too.
I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, what if like she don't fuck with me actually? And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's how I felt.
That's how I felt, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like we literally spoke, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is so normal. It was so super nice, and I get really scared too about like chatting, and it was, oh my god, and I'm just so glad that it was so nice. Yeah, and then at one point, we don't have photos of this, but we went to get burger, at some point, and it was a really big burger, and it was really a lot, and that was like, I don't know, because we would have meals like walking around the con and stuff, but we'd just be like on the floor and stuff. This was like the first, like we like sat down, and we were just chatting, and we were face to face, and I was like, oh, liar, hey, and we were chatting. I was like, whoa, this is so cool.
And I couldn't look you in the eyes.
Yeah. It was. I was like, oh no. I was like, am I looking too much? Because I think I am very like.
We had the opposite problem.
Yeah, because I look too much. And like sometimes I look at people in the eyes and I'm like, oh, I should look away. Like I've been staring too much. And then I feel like Lyra has the opposite like tendency, and so so I think we met in the middle pretty good, right?
I should have looked at you more. I could have saved a photo in my head.
Oh, no, I have a photo of you saved in my head.
I need more.
I have a million of you.
I did
in
also
my
take
head.
a bunch of candids of you.
Yeah, oh my god, she took this one candid of me that was so evil. I've never seen a worse photo of me in my entire life. I was like, what the freak? Like I was like, like it was so bad. I was like, what the? And then she showed Maki. I was like, what the heck? I was mad, but it's okay.
It's my favorite hobby, actually.
It was such a bad photo. She does it all the time. What the heck? Okay, well then good. I'm glad it's not just me. I was like, what the freak? What the freak? It's so mean.
Because I love my friends in all their facets.
Oh, what the heck? But yeah, it was really cool. And yeah, I got to hang out with pretty girl, and you guys didn't.
I'm the one that got lucky. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm the one that got lucky. Oh, it was really cool. And also,
yeah.
Actually, never mind. Never mind.
DM me if you need to. I wanted to give you guys time to listen to the ASMR. Oh, yeah. Top secret information.
Yeah, I just said our entire every information I have about her.
Yeah, she doxed me actually.
I was like, can I say this? And she said no. But
sorry guys.
Yeah, it was
gotta
really
be a tier 20
nice.
sub for that.
Yeah, tier 20 sub. Oh my god, speaking of tier 20 sub, at the end of the last day, we didn't even talk about what's on the screen. I just was drawing.
Oh, the donuts, yeah.
Yeah, we had donuts, and then we just kind of sat for a bit and like chatted, and then we were so tired. I was like, would it be okay if I just like do work? So I was like drawing some alerts, and we were just chatting for like hours. And then she was like, I'm like a tier 20 sub because I'm literally here while you're doing co-working.
That's
I
me,
was
the
like,
only person watching her stream.
yeah, it was a VIP experience. Ha ha ha. But it was super fun. It was so, because I have never met up with another VTuber before. So it was really cool. And they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But yeah, it was really cool. And I was so super nervous, but I was like, okay, never mind. It's nothing scary. I don't know why.
She
I'm
said
just like,
she
oh
was
my
nervous,
god.
but she carried the whole conversation the whole time.
That
and
is
she was
not
just really
true.
easy at conversation. I don't know why she was nervous and shy.
No,
I just made a funny comment every now and then, like how it usually goes, where I say like a one-liner and then she talks. That's how it went. I don't know why she was nervous.
No. Here's the thing about me. I overcompensate and I talk too much and I go and then but then that works perfectly because we meet right there. We meet in the middle right there. This is the middle.
I want you guys to imagine this, but also then add Maki in the mix, where it's two yappers and then me.
Every time we're on a call with me, Maki, and Liar, it's just me and Maki going bah, 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 bah. And then Liar's like, and then Maki goes like, ha ha, Liar, and he like makes fun of her, and she goes no, and then she leaves a call, and then we get sad, and then yeah.
Not true. I carried the conversation for both of them.
What the?
Were you feeling us?
Dude, no, Maki was in my ear the whole time. That's my confession. He was everything I said was not me.
So you didn't want
it
to
was him. I did, but he was like a parasite. It took over my brain. Sorry, had to say it. I can't
believe I
now.
doxed all this information to Maki.
I know. Now he knows how you sing because I heard you sing.
Yeah?
But now he was in my ear. But yeah, if American portions are big, how big was a burger? It was fucking big. It actually wasn't that big. It was just really dense. Could you agree? Yeah, look at her go. Yeah. It was quite dense. It was just like too much. It was good. A burger. But it was good. I think it's exactly what we needed at the time because we were walking around trying to find food after the con ended. And then we were like, what would be good? We were like listing off things. We're like, yeah.
I'm gonna be so for real. I completely forgot about this. I thought you just made up a scenario where we went to get burgers and I was just gonna go along with it. I was like, yes, sweetie, whatever you say. Oh, yes. You forgot about that whole episode? The burger episode? I remembered everything after that.
Okay, that's fair. But the burger episode, and then we got fries, and then it was a lot. And then we talked a lot, and it was really fun. It was nice because like I feel like the first few days it was like con, but then the last day we got to like chill and like chat and talk and walk a little too much, but chat, and it was really nice.
I do wish you had gotten to do more con stuff. I think that's my biggest regret.
Know.
I think if we ever do another con, we have to like preemptively like sign up like way in advance and then get a hotel at the con.
Yes.
I think that's like actually the go-to thing. I know it's more expensive that way, but I think it's worth it.
I think this was a good introductory con for me. And it was super fun to go with you. And
thank you for going with me.
Thank you for going with me. Wait, there's some more photos. The slideshow is not done, I realized.
Oh yeah, right. We're reminiscing too much.
We're reminiscing too much.
Oh, right. That's because
I had to skedaddle. So again, my freaking schedule made me come late and leave. Come late and leave early, which sucked. So I had to skedaddle.
After the donuts, I threw her in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's the part where I was like, I had to leave a cute girl.
Yes, and then I ate the donut and I swam away with tears in my eyes.
All she uses me for is the donut money.
What the freak? I paid for my own donut. Did I? I did!
You did.
I did. But Lara kept buying me food and I kept getting mad.
I got programmer money.
I know. I was like, no. I
like spending exorbitant amounts on my friends.
I was like, no. It was scary.
Like and subscribe.
It was scary. Yes. But tell them about your beautiful photo you took.
Yes, I went on a journey full of joy and whimsy. I decided I wanted to walk around before I had to go on a flight. I'm not gonna kayfabe this. I had a flight at a certain time. I was like, okay, I have time because I can just take the train back. So I can just have some joy and whimsy. I walked to get donuts. I went to go find a Boston cream donut. That was the main goal. So I looked up donuts, like the best donuts, and it led me to this place called Blackbird. Also, enjoy this photo. Is this not like scenic and beautiful?
Dude,
and
she posted this later, and I thought it was like a stock image. And then she was like, look at this photo I took. I was like, what the freak? And it was her. I was like, whoa.
So
crazy.
Blackbird donuts. My review. Very expensive. I got 3 donuts. That was part of the problem for why it was expensive.
Right.
I got a cookie dough one, I got a Boston cream, and I got a chocolate glazed. The Boston cream was the worst one. Which should not be the case in Boston. Like, I had better donuts at like a Dunkin' Donuts, which is like a chain, elsewhere. My Boston cream that was not in Boston was better than the Boston cream I had in Boston. How does that work?
Boo, 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 boo.
Look how, I don't know why it looks so greasy. It wasn't that greasy, to be honest.
He's just trying to escape. He's like, oh, let me out. But
the nice thing about this day was it was really nice. You can
like,
see
look
some
at this.
yeah,
look at this weather, dude.
I don't know what. Oh yeah, like I was just walking around. People live here, guys. People live on these nice tree-lined streets. Some people live on brick roads.
I was so upset because I was like, bruh, like the day I leave, it's sunshine and rainbows. It was
but I was like,
beautiful.
I also took a video. This is the closest I got to a vlog. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so nice how people get to live in this society where they can walk everywhere, and it's so nice that like, oh yeah, this one too.
We live in this society.
This was my best photo. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at this and I was like, did this get digitally enhanced?
Wait, this one?
Looks like a 3D model to me. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Crazy work.
The way the sky is on like the window too. Like the window like reflections is crazy on this one.
Like that actually looks like an asset. That looks like a game asset. Like that does not look real.
Crazy. I don't know how I did that. I did that.
I did that.
The path I actually ended up taking did lead me to Prudential, which is where the con was. I don't know if I have many more pictures after this one.
There's this one.
I guess I can also look at the slides.
No, it's okay. I got it.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Oh yeah, okay. This is the last like slide. So I got to Prudential. I was like, okay, what time is it? Oh, I'm going to be late for my flight.
Oh my! Oh, I remember this. She was texting me.
I had to get a Lyft, like an Uber. I have not taken like a Lyft in so long since I like left college. It was forever ago. I had to re-download the app and everything just for Boston.
Oh my god!
I get in. I'm like, I need to go here, please. And it's not really that far on in the grand scheme of things, but like the walking versus driving is very different in terms of hours or like overall time.
Right.
So I had to take that back. I speed over, I get my luggage, I leave the horrible, awful place where they were not the greatest to me. And I get on the train. The train instantly takes me to the airport. So much nicer than the bus. I originally thought that I had to take the bus back too. No, I did not. That would have made me so much more late. Except I was like, okay, it's Memorial Day. This is supposed to be like the day for airports, right? There's no one there at Boston. The city of Boston's airport is so empty. I have no one in line. I just speed through everything. I'm 2 hours, 3 or 2 hours early for my flight, and I have to sit there. I took a Lyft to make sure I made it in time. And now I have to sit there and just twiddle my thumbs, waiting.
Twiddly thumbs. Yeah, because I left it like a pretty, like it wasn't going to be that busy around that time, so it was like, like I think I was looking a little late, so maybe that wasn't the best call. So again, we were on opposite ends of the spectrum, but that's okay.
That's my last photo. And now we talk about merch.
Now we talk about stuff, dude. Awesome haul.
I spent a small sum.
Just a small.
At the con.
Just a small fee. Nothing crazy.
Oh, there goes your beach.
Oh, don't look at that. Don't. No. Loot.
So the hat and the bag are both from Omona. The prints are from various places. I spent a lot. Also, that's a gift bag in the bottom part. I really liked it. It was only like $2. I thought it'd be more. I was like, that's crazy.
She was having a hard time.
Suitcase.
Yeah, she was having a hard time folding it, and she was like, I don't know how to do this. And then I did it in 1 second because I'm a professional box folder.
I was upset. I also have pins. I didn't take a good photo of the pins that I could show you guys, but later I will because you know me, I'm a pin lover. Enjoy my merch haul. Yes, and my shiny Solosis. May found that for me.
Yes.
I was like, my favorite baby, and it's a shiny.
I was like, I picked it up and I went, look. I went, look at her.
My baby. That's my merch haul.
My baby. It was good quality too.
Than some of the other expenses I had on this trip, which I thought was funny. I definitely paid more for this than I did for the con.
Okay, but that's a tangible thing you're gonna have forever and ever and ever. And ever and ever. Oopsie. That's not an oopsie, it's a let's freaking go. And then my stuff, I didn't get too much because I told myself that I shouldn't. Mainly because I don't know, there wasn't much space in my stuff, and I was like, so I just stuck. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get anything like physical, like big. So I just got like this little stuff. I got the tiny hutao.
The tiny hutao is very you.
It's a big fave of mine. I think this is a highlight. If these were all drowning and I could only save one, it would be this Cali one, and then the second would be hutao. Very May-like items. Is it? Wait, I just realized the colors are very it's very blue or pink. Why is that?
My colors are all over the place.
Yeah, but that's I don't know what that says. What does that mean? But this is the thing I got No, this is not even curated. It just happened. Was there Farina merch? There was a lot of Farina. Like a lot of Farina. But this is that
dedicated to Farina.
Yeah, this is that guy. Is the thing I won. This is Littlest Pet Shop Vaporeon, and the other side is shiny version. She's like purple and it's beautiful. And then this is a little Miku that Liar got me. It was in like a blind box, and it was so cool. And
it was the last one.
And it was the last one, and it was Destiny. And I got this Miku, which was also the last one. I think it was like the sample or whatever, and I got it. And a Cali, of course. Oh my god, I was struggling so much to choose between because it was Myth. I was like,
I had to talk her through it.
Yeah, but I ended up with Cali, and she's sitting here watching me. And then I got Rao because I couldn't meet her, and I was like, you know what? At least I'll have her. And then I have Record Scratch because Pony, and I love Pony. And yeah, thanks for follow. But yeah, that's my and then also I got I got a hollow plush. And it's Chloe, and it was DJ Pony, yeah. And I was choosing between like a Suisei one and a Chloe one. And I went with Chloe because I love Chloe, and also limited edition because...
And aquatic,
right. But 07. And I was waving her around during the karaoke. I didn't have a pen light. I was like, this is the closest I can do. And I was like, sorry, Chloe. But yeah. And then that is all.
Wait, the last slide.
Oh.
I'm waiting for the slide to update on the Twitch side. That's slide number 69, guys. Happy 69. I thought that was a funny coincidence. That was not planned.
It was
exactly
not.
At 69 slides. Real.
It was not, but it happened. But yo.
I'm so glad we could finally talk about this.
Dude, I know. I felt really bad because it was a lot of scheduling stuff on my end, but we did it.
We did it. Hooray!
Hooray!
Seething with jealousy.
Seething? Who said that?
Oh wait, is your YouTube chat just catching up?
It does that.
I was
really...
like, I just saw Maki seething. I was like,
no, I think he seethed a while ago. The seething was of the past.
Wow, your chat is so active. This is
I
definitely
know.
real.
Oh my god, stop. Stop. I don't even what the Stop it.
I can't believe you're saying that to me or your chat.
Stop it, everyone. Stop it.
I'm sorry we didn't get to read all the messages. I was so enraptured
Yeah,
with
we
the
were
photos.
very locked in, but that's good. I think that's a bad thing.
10 business days to catch up, unlike the chat, Twitch chat.
Bruh, no, we're not doing this again.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. But yay! I think that's. I'm not gonna lie, my head's feeling a little crazy right now. So I don't know if I. Yeah, I think so. Do we raid? Should we?
I can see who to raid on Twitch side.
Okay. Let's see who to. But yeah, that was like. I'm glad. Oh, I got on my side. Got him. Yes, I will rest. I don't know what's going on. I also need to eat, which would be important.
We could do. Ooh, I think you like this person.
Oh.
Like this streamer.
Ooh.
That sounds like a. I don't mean that in like a romantic sense. I mean like I showed you. Not this again. This is what Maki does to me every time. Every time I'm like, I think this person is cool. He instantly goes, ooh.
He goes,
I can't talk about anything I like
goes,
because he just does that noise and it irritates me.
He goes, ooh.
Okay, I sent it to you.
Okay, yay. I don't think I know this person. Oh, I do. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh, I'm scared. Wait, that's scary. Guys?
Believe.
Wait, this is scary. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, y'all. On both ends, okay? You see this right here? You see this right here? You need to do it, or else you need to do this. You need to do this thing right here, or else you're banned forever. Okay? If I don't
actually ban you.
Yeah, if I don't see you say this, banned forever. See, good practice. Okay, good.
There we go.
Good. This is what I like to see. Liar, I'm scared.
Don't be. They'll
I'm
be
scared.
like, wow, thanks for the raid,
No,
and then
I'm
you
scared.
move
Okay, you're right. Okay, guys, you ready? Don't fail me. If you fail me,
on. She will cry.
I'm never streaming again.
Okay, well.
Yep, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. But yeah, any closing remarks?
I remember some people talking about how they were scared to go to conventions in the past. I think it's important everyone has the chance to go out and meet people who like the same things they do. And also, I think traveling, as not to like be on my like my kayfabe or whatever, but I think traveling is one of the most important things you can do. Not just to, like expand like your horizons or whatever, but also to remind you that you have free will and you can just leave and like go places. You're not stuck. You're not forced to stay because of your job or like other obligations. You have free will. I hope everyone can do what they want to do within legal reason.
Nice. Meeting people scary. Yeah, but like, you know, it
Also make more
must be
VTuber
done.
merch.
Oh, that is true.
Sorry, I mean, what?
That is true.
What?
That is true. No, I'm not against that.
No. Sorry, that was just me on my. I had to get the soapbox out for a little bit.
Yeah, every time we'd see one, I was like, oh, look for you.
It's true.
And she was like, oh. It was nice. I was like,
locked in. Laser focus.
Laser focus.
What are your
Okay, I'm gonna be
closing
honest. Like, I'm too scared. I'm scared to rate them. I'm scared.
I can give you someone else.
Oh, I'm
I
scared.
think
they're too big. They're too big. Oh, I'm scared.
How does it help you if I say that I've rated them before?
Oh, no, I'm so scared.
Let me find someone.
Okay.
And if there's anyone on the YouTube side who knows who they want to rate into.
I think I know on good old YT.
Yeah. You could. I think it'd be very funny if you rated into this person. But I also think you should just rate into the person I gave you. No one's too. That's true. No one's too big. Some people rate into like big streamers with like one person.
Okay. Scary. Okay, you know what?
You know what? I can.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm
I'm so proud.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. God.
Let's go.
Oh God.
You guys gotta be so cool and nice
you have to
because she's bringing you
scream.
guys into someone super cool.
You have to scream and scream and scream. Okay, cool. Closing statements. I have none. Closing statement. That was fun. I had a good time. It was nice meeting Lyra. It was awesome. And she's so super fun, and you guys should be jealous. And if you want more of Lyra and me, tomorrow there's a special something happening. Right?
I already have it on my schedule.
Yeah. On Tabby's channel. I'll post it later. But yeah, it'll be super fun. I'm super excited. But yeah, there's people who can't appreciate a raid. Yeah, that's true. And I'm jealous. Yeah, good. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna go now. Make sure to
Tiny.
yeah, my Tiny. Thanks for being here, Liar. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Reunite. Yes.
Group trip to Universal next time, guys. Trust.
Let's go. But yeah, come tomorrow or you're banned. And then also married right now or you're banned.
True.
Okay. Thanks for being here, Liar. Yay.
You can rate out. It's okay. I believe in you.
Okay. I'm scared. I'm stalling. Okay.